All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Melanated Thought, where we talk about things that affect the black community and beyond. I am Reggie Oak,
And I am Mimi the lady.
and what a lovely lady she is.
From Chicka Wow Wow.
Yeah, buddy, we got a special guest, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Our special guest today is a man that has taken the social media world by storm with his new platform, social media platform, directed at Foundation Black Americans, and I love it because I have an account there. It's called 60s.net. If you don't already have an account, you guys better go out and get one. Jay, you with me, man?
I'm here. What's up?
Oh, nothing much, brother. I am glad to hear from you finally, because we've been corresponding back and forth on the platform, man. Yo, brother, I'm jealous of you, man. I'm going to tell you why. Because you stole my idea, damn it.
I stole your idea. Okay.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I had the same idea a while back, man, because I just never got put into fruition. I'm just glad somebody did it. I don't care who did it, as long as somebody does it. Because I'm sick and tired of getting kicked off of Facebook, man.
Absolutely. And Twitter and all the other mainstream platforms. I was in the same position. So I was like, I got to take matters into my own hands as a competent black man. It's my job to to direct my people to freedom, so to speak.
Exactly. So, Jay, tell us a little bit about your background, man, so we can get know a little bit about you.
All right. So my name is Jay. I was born and raised in the Los Angeles area, California. Actually, I'm from the LBC.
Oh, LBC. That's what's up.
Yeah, so if you listen to Snoop Dogg album, that's basically how my life was growing up. Except I fell in love with computers, so it kept me, off the streets. So computers, my mom bought me a computer. I really fell in love with the inner workings of a computer, and so that just diverted the course of my life. And so, I've always been in IT. I built websites for about 8 years, and so fast forward, a couple of years from that point, it was about 2 years ago. I was like, I got banned on Twitter for the third time.
Right.
And I was seeing other people getting banned, and I said, you know what, it's time. So I started jotting some notes down, it's time for me to do something about this. And then also I was on a lot of different websites, and the anti-black racism is just out of control. And if you say something, you get your hands slapped, but people are saying stuff that offends you, and you got to hear all these excuses about why it's not offensive.
Exactly.
Well, he didn't read it N-word like that. He meant it like this.
Exactly.
So I'm like, you know what? I took the skills that I had, and I said, I have the capabilities to make my own platform, and that's what I did. And I know everybody's saying my platform is our platform because it's nothing without the black community.
Exactly, brother, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the time you're taking out today just to do my little podcast, man. The wife appreciates it too.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Did you say? I don't know if I heard it. You broke up a little bit. Did you say my little podcast?
Oh,
that's what I was just going to say. Little, what?
Well, it's not little by any stretch of the imagination, man. But
Yeah, we don't talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a little podcast. It's a great podcast.
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Man. I won't call it a little podcast anymore. You put me in check. I can accept that. So, but anyway, man, you have a similar background, brother. The only thing different is I was born and raised in Southeast Oklahoma, man. Where there's nothing but palm trees and dirt roads. So that's it, man. That's it. And like you, I'm in IT. I've been doing IT for 30 years now. Actually, longer than that. I've been doing IT since 1993, man. So, just like you, I do web pages, the whole nine. I even did a few apps on the Android phone. So, but yeah, brother, we have a pretty similar background. So kind of like kindred spirits, man. My brother from another mother.
Or more like nephew. You've been in IT 30 years.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So the name 60.net. How'd you come up with that name?
Yeah. So when I sat down and was sketching out my plan, I'm like, okay, I'm going to build a site for us. I was thinking about the name, and I was like, I want to name it Black. So
right.
I was playing around with the word Black and looking at domains and availability of the name. Mm-hmm. I was removing letters out of Black, like BOK and things like that. and I couldn't find anything that really worked. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to do black, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it cryptic. So what I decided to do is 6 zeros in a sequence, as far as computers are concerned, is how a computer understands the color black.
That's a hexadecimal color that's a hexadecimal symbol for black. You are absolutely correct.
Exactly. So it's hex code for black. So
right.
The site is essentially named Black, but it's in a coded manner. And I'm like, you know, the dominant society has all these type of codes they use.
Yep.
And they'll have symbols on their cars, on their shirts that say an allegiance.
Right.
And the people that understand what the symbol is, they understand. Oh, that's my brother right there.
Right. Exactly.
Palm soft, that's my brother.
Right.
And so I'm like, we need some symbolism like that. So I'm like, it's a cool logo. I started playing around with it. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be the name of the site. The site's going to be 6 zeros. I played around with a bunch of different names, but I was going to incorporate the hex code in it, and I just settled on 6 zeros.
Oh man, that's brilliant, man. That is very, very, very brilliant. Really, really thought out. I'm just going to be honest with you, Jay. I would never thought about that. But that's brother, that's ingenious. That's ingenious. It really is.
Thank you. And that's the point of it. You know, the point of it is I don't want, like, right now, as you know, we launched the app, and we're growing the app, and we're onboarding more members.
Yes.
And, you know, we're starting to get some traction. I'm telling people about the name just so they kind of understand. But as we really start maturing as a platform, because we're only a year and a half old, but as we really start maturing and starting to have mind share within the community or greater mind share, I'm not going to talk about the name at all. It's going to be, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And that's the way we need to run. That's the way it needs to run. It's like the site 6 zeros, and that's just what it is. You don't know why Nabisco is Nabisco. It's just they got some jam and cookies.
Oh, no, exactly. Chocolate chip is my personal favorite. Ask the wife. But yeah, man. Like I said, I love the platform myself, man. You've seen me on there several times, and
yes,
yeah, man. I love it, man. I think it's absolutely beautiful, man. It's kind of like FUBU, for us by us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. So we know the why, we know the purpose, man. What's the initial goal of the site? You know, is it to bring the foundational Black American community to a more robust platform so that we can speak our mind without anybody interfering and saying, "Hey, you can't say that."
Yeah. So the goal of it, and it's more expanded than just Black America, right?
Right.
6 zeros is about uncoded Black people.
Right.
It's for uncoded. So, like in our space, there's like the FBA type of philosophy that like kind of goes up to Tariq. Right. And then we have the B1 that goes up to Jason Black.
Shout out to Jason Black.
The B1 philosophy is basically
Black first.
We're cool with Black first. We're cool with anybody that's Black first. It doesn't matter ethnicity. And the FBA is more of the foundational Black lineage.
Right.
It's more insular, so to speak. So we're B1. We don't care where you're from. We just want all the like minds to be able to have a place to congregate without worrying about other people interjecting their opinions. Like when you're on other sites, like when you're on Twitter, when you're on Facebook, when you're on Instagram, they prioritize white people's comfort.
Yes.
If you go on there and you say anything against white people or their agenda, they get you up out the paint, as they should.
Right.
Because that's their platform.
Right. Exactly.
But if anyone says anything against us, we have to hear all those excuses as to why it doesn't violate the terms and conditions. Exactly.
We got to take that crap on the chin, man. We shouldn't have to do that. But, we do it anyway. We do it anyway.
But we see, the thing is I feel like it's an immature viewpoint to think that your oppressor is going to allow you a platform to talk about overthrowing your oppression.
Right.
They're not, when someone's at war, the first thing they're going to hit is the communication.
Exactly. That's the first thing they pop.
Yeah, so it's like they're going to attack our ability to communicate with one another. So I'm like, why am I expecting like if I'm expecting Twitter to allow me to talk to other black people about what we need to do,
Mhm.
that's kind of like a white daddy type of ideology. I'm like, it's my job as a black man to provide that to my people. Period. Point blank. It's nobody else's job to provide a platform for black people to speak other than black men, leading the way, leading the charge, and creating that platform. And so that's what it's about.
Ooh, brother, say it again for the people in the cheap seats. Say that again.
Yeah. So I'll say I'll give the encore. What I'm saying is, it's my job as a black man to lead the way for the community. The community had an issue. We can't speak freely, but it's because we're on our oppressor's platform. So we should never have the expectation to be able to speak to one another and be unapologetically black on our oppressor's platform. It's like people forgot where we are.
Yeah.
It's like we're in Nazi Germany and we got out of the concentration camps,
Right.
and we walked right out into the world, and the Nazis were the cops, the judges, the politicians. So we're on a Nazi platform, a Nazi-owned, Nazi-financed platform, talking about overthrowing the Nazis, and we shocked that we're getting shadow banned.
Oh,
Because the
my
Nazis like,
God.
we're not going to let these fools overthrow us.
Right.
That is common sense. So as a black man, I'm like, okay, what's the next? Since that's common sense, what's my next move? My next move is to provide that platform for us, and so now we have our own platform where we can speak and we control it and we own it, and we control the code, we control the databases, we own it all end to end. It's not some turnkey crap that we just slapped the logo on. We really built this thing up. We control and own everything about the platform, and that's my job as a black man to do it.
Right.
And my last point of that, it's any black man that does not have that type of mind state, you need to get into that mind state. That is your job to provide the opportunity for our community. It is nobody else's job. If we're not supplying, as black men, if we're not supplying water and food and all that to our community, we're from day one, like from the first minute, we are not doing our job.
I agree with you.
And that's why, like, situations like Jackson and Houston and things, like when the dominant society could cut off our water and some of us die, or cut off our power and some of us die, that's our fault as black men, and we can't see it any other way. If we see it any other way and try to put that obligation on somebody else, then that's when we're not running our community anymore.
Oh man, that's deep. That's deep, brother. That is deep. That is deep.
Very profound.
Oh, I love that, man. I love that. I tell you right now, Jay, man, as long as I got this platform, man, you have a home here. You family now, bro.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what you are, family. So real quick, man, what's the future plans for Net Zero? What else you got going down the pipe for that particular platform, man?
But did you call us Net Zero?
I'm sorry, 6-0. I apologize. 6-0.
You
I apologize. Oh man,
Okay,
It's all over the place.
You really have been on for 30 years.
I told you, man. I'm an OG in the game. So yeah, I meant 6-0s, man. I apologize.
He called us Net Zero. He called us a dial-up. Okay, so for AOL.com, our plan is but for 6-0s, our plan is so. The philosophy, my development philosophy for 6-0s is to just really get a core experience working very well. And we just worked on getting over-the-air updates added to the platform. So like when we launched our build on iOS working smoothly, we had challenges with Android. Yeah. So, because there's so many different versions of Android, so many different phones, it's really hard to really code for that many different variables. You know,
that's true.
So we're ironing out all the bugs on the Android side, but the first thing we did, we dropped the update. And we worked on getting over-the-air updates, so now we can get the updates faster. We don't have to worry about resubmission to the app stores and things like that. So that's going to make us more agile in responding to some of the feedback. But starting early in the year, we're going to start rolling out additional functionality, giving the community the ability to broadcast their voices. I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to be very general. But we're going to give the the community the ability to broadcast their voice, whether it's video, whether it's audio, and really communicate, using 6-0s as a platform to stand up and let their voice be heard. So we're going to go beyond just the text-based exchanges that we're having here.
Yeah.
And really become a media source for the community and not having to worry about that censorship that everybody talks about.
Oh my God, yeah, man. I remember was it last year, a couple of years ago, babe, when my cousin came over and asked me if I've been banned from Facebook again.
Every year.
Yeah. It was. We had went to Oklahoma to go visit my folks. We live in Texas, but we went to go. I went to Oklahoma to go visit my people, and my cousin came over to my mother's house, and she just flat out asked me, "Was I banned from Facebook again?" I said, "Probably," because I'm real notorious for, just like you said, Jay, sticking foot and white supremacists behind, and they hate that. So I'll give you a prime example. Back when Colin Kaepernick was taking the knee for police brutality, and right around about the same time, Terrence Crutcher, who was killed in my home state for holding his hands up, doing absolutely nothing wrong. And I put on Facebook, I want everyone out there that has smoke for Colin Kaepernick to have the same energy for this man that was gunned down in the middle of the street like a dog. I heard crickets. I heard crickets, and next thing you know, I'm getting a note from Facebook telling me that something to the effect that I'm starting trouble. So I got banned for 90 days.
They put you on timeout, and it's like you were out of line.
Yeah, exactly.
Based on their platform, you talking that hot stuff on their platform, you were out of line. And I want black people to have a more mature more mature view of the world.
Right.
I feel like sometimes we, I love black people, so when I say this, I'm just talking within the family, but I feel like sometimes we have an infantile mind state. It's like our oppressor does not have to provide us anything. They don't have to provide us anything. We have to do for self. And black people are really nowadays it's very important that we understand that we got to do for self, because we have all these different groups trying to attack us in the United States of America on behalf of the dominant society.
Yes. So
we have to really just be on code, and we got to be about action. We can't be about words. We can't be about little stupid Twitter beefs and spend all our time on unproductive endeavors. We really got to just get in high gear, or else we're going to be leaving a world that's worse for our children. And that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to be the generation that will sit on my hands.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like somebody shuffling their AOL CDs.
Yeah, precisely. You don't want to
So
you don't want to talk about it. You want to be about it.
That's all it is. As men, we're all we have is action.
That's
like,
it.
Think about it. A man that's all words is a man that's not respected.
Oh yes.
I've never respected men that were all about words. Men that didn't keep their word, or they didn't have the follow up or follow through. Right. I don't respect men like that. And I know this is like very as I'm talking, I'm not like disregarding the role of our sisters. Our sisters are integral, but I'm just speaking to black men about the position we need to be in, because at the end of the day, no matter what anyone tells you, the men are the leaders. We got to, and we're the leaders in a certain way, because women are leaders too in a different capacity. But when it comes to the security and the prosperity and the safety of the community, that's the man. Amen. If we're in a house and there's a bump in the night, the black man has to be the one that gets up and ascertains, to figure out what's going on. And if there's some type of threat, you got to dispatch the threat.
Exactly.
If you don't have that basic building block in your community, then you don't really have a community, because anyone can come in and take whatever they want.
Which is what's going on now.
Kill and destroy.
Exactly. We as the men, we have to, we as black men, we have to look at the world in a different light. We have to look at the world like Lego blocks. And
Yes.
I can build my Lego blocks to be whatever I want it to be.
Hello.
Because that's how our oppressor looks at it.
Yep.
Our oppressor looks at the world and says, our oppressor reads the Bible and reads that line that talks about dominion over the plants in the, I don't know the Bible verse. I'm not really religious. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But it talks about having dominion over the land and the beast.
Right.
They read that verse and they're like, yo, they take that to heart. Oh,
Yes.
this world is mine.
Exactly.
We read the turn the other cheek one
Yes.
and then ride that all the way out.
Yeah, yeah. And I can tell you right now, everything you were saying, man, you got a black woman right across from me that's agreeing with everything you just said, brother.
So that's
That's the no.
very good
That's
platform.
that's
Very good platform.
So
I
go ahead,
appreciate
sir.
that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a personal question?
You sure can.
How old are you?
36.
Were you raised by strong black men? Or have you always been around strong black men?
No, I was raised by a single mother.
Whoa.
Really?
Clap, 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 clap. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Yeah. You are speaking major knowledge, and I just thought you just had a grandfather and some uncles and an old preacher man in your life just taught you the way of the world. Wow.
So what I always tell my mom, and I thank my mom immensely because I always saw my mom hustling. I always saw my mom handling business, and she really made sure she sheltered me and empowered me, and never limited me.
Right.
And the thing is, when my mom did I always tell my mom, you could never you weren't able to teach me how to be a man. It's impossible.
Yes.
You don't know the walk that we have to do, especially as black men, because we're looked at as a threat everywhere.
Oh man, yeah.
So, but I say you taught me how to be a good person, and I was able to put the manhood together myself. I always tell her the single greatest gift you gave me was no baggage. I was able to turn 18 and go out into the world and be who I wanted to be. I didn't have to heal from anything in my childhood. I didn't have to worry about seeing guys in and out of the house or anything like that. That would change my psyche. So I was like, that's the greatest gift you gave me, because I can go into the world and look at it as Lego blocks and say, I'm going to build the reality that I want.
Shout out to mama. Shout out to your mom. That's one of my major platforms that I stand on our podcast. A woman cannot teach a man, boy, male specimen how to be. I've stood on there, and I will forever stand on
She
that.
will, man. She'll say that in a minute, man, because we've had people actually call in and try to differ with us, saying that, no, a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man.
I can be a man, and no, you can't, sister. I'm sorry, you can't. And everybody know I am a woman. Hear me roar. I love my females, but I will not stand on that platform at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to your mom for that. That is amazing and an awesome job.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and that's it's foolish to believe that a woman can raise a man when we have totally different different circumstances. Society looks at us totally differently.
Yeah.
So it's foolish to believe that. There's a point. Like my mom, one of the things about my mom is that. Like I feel like if a woman finds herself in a position where she's raising a boy and she's on her own, I think the best thing she can do is just to understand the man's role in society.
Yes.
If a woman understands a man's role in society, she knows how to stay out of that boy's way.
Come on.
See, a lot of women don't understand a man's role in society, so they get in the boy's way.
Yeah.
Like for instance, as men, there's certain tests we put our sons through because we understand, like, the world you're going into is uncompromising.
Yes.
It's going to beat you down. So, like, little things a boy might cry over, we have no sympathy for it.
None.
We might be like, hey, cool, dusting me off and keep pushing because it's only harder from here.
There you go.
I'm not paying your bills. It is cutthroat.
You ain't lying.
and then we're black men, so we feel it, so we experience it.
Yes.
So we know what our sons are going into, and a woman doesn't understand that. A black woman doesn't always understand exactly what a black man has to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
I agree.
But if she has some type of understanding, she's seen a strong black man, whether it was in her family or an adjacent family, or what have you. She understands. Okay, this is what he's going to go through when he gets older. This is what society has for him. So let me instill discipline in him. Let me instill resolve. Let me not make him lazy. Like that son-husband thing, where they're bringing their son food and plates and all that, clean up after him and stuff like that. You're making the boy lazy. But a lot of women that do that don't understand the man's role when he gets older, because they never had a good relationship with a man. Every time they saw a man, he was lazy. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He didn't have no follow through. That's all the men they ever see. So they don't know anything different. So when they raise their sons to be just like those bums.
Right.
So at the end of the day, my part of thought on that is just basically, if you're a single mom, stay out of your boy's way. Understand the boy, what the society is going to expect from your boy when he gets older, and do everything you can to prep him for that. You cannot tell him how to be a man, but once again, you can help foster those character traits that are going to allow him to be a successful man, because that's what my mom did.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly. But I will say this: there are some and I know some strong. I'm not just gonna say black women, but women in general. But right now, I'm talking about my sisters. We got some strong sisters in this world. Just like you said, your mom was hustling. They've been holding it down for centuries. But like I said, your son will always need a male figure that is understanding. That is show how to be a male. First of all, pull your pants up, dress nice, take a bath, keep your nails cut, go get a haircut, respectable. Hold the door open for a woman when you see a woman walk into a door. Just the basics. Just have your son around men like that. Every now and then, like my grandma used to tell me, every now and then you might need a little thug in your life, so you'll know how to protect yourself. But a mother should always have some positive male figure in their son's life. From a preacher, coach, YMCA, whatever. You need a male figure. Your brother. Some brothers can be, some brothers cannot. I mean, like your physical, biological brother. But you cannot hold a man in your life 18 to 21 years old and not have no male figures around him. We gonna end up, in the words of my husband, with a bunch of Billy Porters. I hate to put that out there like that, but I just feel like we have so many male figures in this world right now that I often ask them, why are they acting like that? What woman have they seen act like that? And I just feel like they was raised by single mothers who never instilled with them what a black man should be, or what a black man should look like, and what a black man should live his life like. And that's just my personal opinion. But thank you again for your opinion. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yep. Already, man. And Gwen agrees with him too. So Gwen's in the house.
Oh, hey, Gwen. Girl, he got me working. I'm on my deathbed.
Yeah, she's not dying. Don't believe her, Jay. She's being melodramatic. So
Gwen, girl, call in. I'm sick. But no, thank you, sir. And I want to also inject here. Reggie told me a couple of weeks ago that you had reached out to him and you noticed our platform and everything, and I want to thank you for that. That truly is very inspirational, and hopefully we can continue going strong and be as good and powerful, and we can all be on the same page and out here doing it.
Hey, man, like I said, Jay, you got a home here, brother. You family now.
Absolutely.
You're family. So as long as I got this platform, brother, call in anytime you want. You're more than welcome to speak your mind and get whatever you got on your chest, brother.
Thanks. Since we family, who's bringing them mac and cheese next year?
Hey, man, my wife can do that. She can put her foot in it. You feel me?
I'll reach out to you on MySpace and let you know.
Oh, MySpace. Okay,
What's your MySpace account? I'll reach to you on MySpace and tell you when it's going to be.
You going to hit me up on Friendster?
Yeah.
You're going way back now.
What's your Black Planet? Is 6 zeros on Black Planet?
Oh man, Jay, man, brother, we had fun with you, brother.
Absolutely.
Man, like I said, you got a home here, man. So if you're ever in Dallas, Texas, look us up.
Absolutely.
Oh, you in Dallas? Hey, man, my spot is the Canvas Hotel on Lamar Street at the rooftop bar.
Oh yeah, really? That's your spot.
That's my spot, man.
Wow.
That's my spot. I also like hanging out in Deep Ellum. Deep Ellum has some spots.
Yes, yes it does.
There's this one spot in Deep Ellum. It's like a barber shop, but it's a speakeasy. I forgot the name of it.
Oh.
I think it's on Main Street, but it's a barber shop in the front. But they have a really cool lounge in the back. Also, I gotta drop some Hutchins and Frisco, the jalapeno barbecue. The barbecue stuff, jalapenos, those go.
Yeah, they are. They got they're nominated the best barbecue in Dallas. So you're right. You do know you're little stepping around. You know your way around Dallas, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've done some damage in Dallas. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right, man.
I'm known from McKinney to Dallas proper.
That's all right.
Oh damn, you're OG.
He all up 75.
For real, man.
Up and down 75.
All up and down 75, man. Come on.
All right, so it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely,
Jay, man. I mean, like I said, brother, you got a home here, man. So you're family now. So call anytime.
And congratulations. Congratulations on your platform.
So what now?
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna do my Texas voice now. Hey, it was a pleasure, y'all. Howdy.
You come back soon. Now you're here.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for calling in, Jay, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Later. Ooh, that was fun. Yeah, Jay.
Young man, speaking word. I love him.
Oh man, y'all love hearing about that, man. Kendrick wasn't here. PA, you still in here? I guess not. Well, I guess he must have left. But anyway, let's get the show started. Okay, let's get the music cracking. We've been gone for a while, people. We've been gone longer than we normally would anticipate going because I got sick. The wife is still a little bit sick, and so
I've been sick since November 17th. It's been over a month, going into 2. Well, not quite a month. Well, yesterday made a month. Today will make a month. It's just something in the air. I done been to the doctor twice, and they just keep saying it's something in the air, and I be glad when Uncle Biden put something in the air to clean the air, because this is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, but I'm here. I'm holding on.
We're both here. We're both alive, man. So,
but yeah, we've been gone for a while. We done missed so much. We missed Thanksgiving and Christmas is next week. Well, this weekend, man. Come on. It was Sunday. So, but can't believe this year is over. In reality, I'm glad it is because this year started off so funky fresh for me.
Yes.
You know, January I turned 50. February I got married.
Yep.
And then from there, this world just been on a cruise ship and like the little hamster in the wheel, and it just has not been. Nothing good has really happened in this world. I mean, minute things, but it's just been more bad than good. And I've heard so many people say they be glad when this year is over. So hopefully, I'm going to go ahead and put in the atmosphere. 2023 will be, and beyond will be so much better than this year. Because 22 was...
Oh, yeah. 2020.
The latter part of 22. I'm not going to say the first part. The first part was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But the latter part of 22 had just been... Just make you shake your head, be like when we do these shows, it's always something make you say WTF again.
For sure.
And it's just like a like I said, the hamster in the wheel, the same thing, different story, different people, different. It's the same thing though.
Different state, the whole nine, man. It's got to the point to where and I can honestly tell you, and I can't say I blame her. My wife doesn't even want to go outside the door. No. I mean, I understand that.
No. Unless it's just necessary.
Unless it's just absolutely necessary. She doesn't want to go outside, man. So, it's
I pay too much insurance to be feeling like this.
Right.
I mean, can't find no medicine on the shelf. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because I remember when I went to Walmart to go get you some medicine, what did I show you? Empty shelves,
empty
correct?
Shelves. You know, that's just, how is that even possible when we make our own product?
Exactly.
I don't get, that's the part that I'm having a hard time understanding about this country. I don't know. So let's just go ahead and get ready to say goodbye to 22 and usher in 23. But right now, we got a couple more things to take care of in 22.
Oh, man, we got a lot to take care of, man. So, we just told everybody what we've been doing for the past 3 weeks, getting better. Because again, like I said, I came home with it, and I accidentally gave it to the wife.
Accidentally?
Yes.
Let's keep it 100 here, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Please stop touching me. I'm not touching you. Please stop touching me. I ain't want to touch you. He touched me. And these are the results. This is the results. Hey, what am I supposed to do?
That's messed up.
I'm sorry.
Just gonna throw me all up under the bus.
I mean, don't be telling people.
Just gonna throw me all up under the bus.
Absolutely.
Huh? That's messed up. All right, man.
But keep us prayed up, though. It's just not me. I speak to a lot of family member and friends, and we're all going through the same thing. So keep us all prayed up that we all can start feeling better.
No doubt.
Or get this virus or whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Let it run its course and don't hope it'll never come back.
Well, see, here's the funny part. Nobody knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and the several doctors told me you just gotta let it run its course. They're like, well, I must got a slow turtle one because I got over it in about
a week. I got over it in about a week. But I got a pretty good immune system. But my wife, unfortunately,
I tell you all the time, when I get sick, that's why I do not like to get sick. And when I get sick, I get sick. That's why I don't like being around people. I try not to shake people's hands. I don't know. I have a very, very baby-like symptom.
She really does. Her immune system
I'm fragile. What do I say? But like I said, when I get sick, I hardly ever get sick. But when I do get sick, it breaks me down.
Yeah.
And that's why we haven't been on her. Because half the time I couldn't talk.
No, she couldn't.
Half the time I sound like a man. My voice all scratched. I'm so nasally. And that's why we've been gone. But we back now.
Yeah.
Excuse me if you hear me coughing, snorting. But it's going to happen because that's what I'm going through right now. But we are back. Thank y'all for waiting on us. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get to the books to read.
Okay.
Hold on. Books every black person should read these once in a lifetime. One of the books I got is one that kind of like pertains to one of the subjects of the show. It's called African Americans in the Media by Catherine Squires. That's pretty much what the book is about. How black people, for the most part, are portrayed in the media, like on television, and movies, and commercials, and whatnot. Pretty good book. It's pretty short to read. It's a little over 200 pages. Pretty good though. So y'all check that book out. You won't be disappointed. It's a good read. It's a quick read, but it's a good read nonetheless. All right. Second book that I have is Two Nations. It's written by Andrew Hacker. This is pretty much something we've been talking about on the show since we started. There's two sets of rules. The rules they have for us and the rules they have for them. And that's pretty much what this book right here breaks down. So definitely check that one out. It's a good read. I think this is the last one. Hold on, let me check. Do I have another one? No, it's the last one. Last one. No Equal Justice by David Cole. Talks about the criminal justice system on how, again, like I just said, there's two sets of rules. The rules they have for us, the rules they have for them. And this book right here says it all right here. So y'all check that out. It's a short read as well. So, that's all I got.
Well, the next segment is supposed to be my segment. But I did not submit a picture. That's my error. I apologize. But I do have just like a famous quote. I'm pretty sure we've all heard of this.
Hold on. Let me tell you about what the section is.
Okay.
Bold words from a black woman.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Some have their reservations about her. Some don't. I don't stand in judgment of anybody. But in the words of the late, great Whitney Houston, quote, I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. Ooh. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I believe as I believe.
There you go.
When I tell you that it's so powerful in so many ways, from a childlike to a 99-plus-year-old, you can understand to always believe in yourself. Never let anybody put self-doubt in you.
There you go.
If you try, what they say when we were little? If you try again. And if you can't get it, at least you tried. But most of the time, you keep trying, you'll succeed on some aspect. It might not be to the multitude that you want, or it might be greater than what you ever could imagine. But at least you tried and you believed. So people just keep believing. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better greater than later.
I'm gonna take everybody back to 2015, 2016. I was outside with my oldest grandson, Chris Jr. He was learning how to ride a bike. He kept falling. He got mad at the bike, picked the bike up and threw it. And so I asked him, I said, why are you throwing the bike? He said, because I can't ride. And I said, there's a secret to riding the bike. I mean, I said there's a secret to falling down. He said, what's the secret? I said, you get back up.
Absolutely. Each and every time.
He said, but what if I keep falling down? I said, well, then you keep getting back up. That's how you that's how you conquer falling down. You get back up.
That's right.
He got up, picked the bike up. A few seconds later, he was riding it.
And that's life in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So that's mine, black woman.
Yeah.
You gotta keep believing, people.
Yes, indeed.
I know things are looking bleak, but you got to keep believing.
Yeah, you got to keep believing in yourself, man. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe.
But that's why I said too. If you don't believe yourself, why should I take you seriously? If you don't even take yourself seriously.
Precisely. All right, let's go to these current events. Clear your throat.
Excuse me.
Okay, what we got?
I don't even know where to begin, so I'm just gonna start. The very first one. You're the worst teacher ever, quote unquote. When I read this story, I was crazy. Okay, let me finish reading it. A video of an HBCU, HBCU, Winston-Salem State University student arrested sparks online firestorm. Okay, I'm just going to sum this up into a quick little synopsis. It's a student, black female. She was told by her white professor to redo an assignment, and she said she felt like she didn't want to. She, meaning Leila Hammond, she just felt like she didn't want to redo it because she felt like it was good enough for what they had to do. It was a group project. So when she got in the classroom, the teacher told her, no, you need to do it over, blah, 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 blah. They went back and forth. So the professor got upset with this young lady because she wouldn't apologize. And she was like, well, you need to apologize to me because you raised your voice at me as well. I guess the teacher got offended and got embarrassed. Because mind you, if you look at the video, the classroom is full of black students, majority black students.
Yes,
and so she goes and called campus security. Campus security come in the room. It was a brother who walked in at first. Well, I think he was like a Mexican security guy.
Yeah.
And they were trying to, talk down the situation. Then she goes back out with another teacher another professor who came in. Then all of a sudden, another police officer, campus security guard came in. He was a white guy. Boom, no questions asked. Arrest her. At that point, I got lost in the story because I'm like, what did he see that the black police officer who was trying to defuse the situation seen that he just felt like, stop all the talk, arrest her, and they pulled her out the classroom? Did you see the story? Did you see the video?
I saw the video.
So what's your opinion?
I read the story. And from what the professor was a white Hispanic lady. Her name was I'm not going to Villa Gomez. Villa Gomez, something like that.
Let me see if I can find it. I can tell you she wasn't black.
Oh no, she wasn't a black woman. She wasn't a black woman. Okay, so the
Cynthia Villa Gomez.
Okay, so her being a white Hispanic teacher at a HBCU,
which was, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I went to one and I had white. Go ahead. That shouldn't be the issue. But I think what the thing is, let me go ahead and interject again.
And I'm going to ask you that question.
What the thing was when she caught herself trying to de-escalate the situation. We as black women, we can be a little fiery in our voices. I can say I'm one of those when my voice is working. And I think she took offense, for lack of a better word, to that. And she felt like that Miss Drummond, that's the young black lady name, quote unquote, more or less got the best of her.
Right.
Which make her feel like she was getting the best of her in front of the black students.
Right.
That's how I took it.
Right.
But you go ahead and explain. Go ahead.
Well, this is just my personal opinion. I mean, and you can interject anytime you want. I think that both parties were in the wrong, and let me explain myself. The white Hispanic professor was wrong on these points right here. Point one, you don't call somebody out in the middle of the class and say you got to do an assignment over. Right. That was wrong by itself. Because that's
not what I told you to do.
Exactly. You pull that you pull a teacher, you pull that student to the side, or you write a note on their paper and say, hey, I want to see you after class.
Right.
That's how you handle that. That's point one where she was wrong. Point two where she was wrong, she shouldn't have yelled at the sister. Because if she had never raised her voice at the sister, I'm pretty much guaranteed the sister will never raise her voice at her back.
Absolutely.
Okay? And point number three. Something wrong?
I lost everything in my email. Go ahead.
And point number three is this right here. She should have never, ever, in the words of Chris Rock, in the words of Chris Tucker, ever called the police on their child. That was completely unnecessary. Okay? Now, where was Sister Girl wrong at? I can tell you. To me, Sister Girl was wrong when she was asked to leave the classroom and she didn't leave. I just would have left. I would say F it and go and walked out the door. But that's just me.
Well, when you want her to stand her ground.
Oh no, by all means stand your ground.
Yeah.
But but the reason why the sister girl was arrested is because of the fact that she wouldn't apologize.
Right.
She was trying to put that nigga in her place, basically. The professor was. Because think about that for a second. You need to apologize. I'm not going to apologize. Well, then get out of my class. Okay, bye. That's just me. I mean, I don't have any problems with the sister standing her ground. By all means, sister, stand your ground. But when she's a professor and they ask you to leave the class, that would have been the best thing for you. Is just to leave the class and come back later. That's what I would have done.
And I must admit, the young lady did come back in her Instagram story, and she said she could have done that.
Yeah.
She could have done it, but she wanted to make it plain and get it understood. You just can't go around talking to people like they're crazy and yelling at people.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Do you think she should have been arrested?
No. That was completely unnecessary.
So you think that white cop was flexing his flex?
That's exactly what the white cop was doing, and the black cop cooned out when the white cop came around.
I think it was his superior. So
yeah, but again, he cooned out.
Sometimes we do that though.
Because I would have said, "Hey, look, I got this under control. I'm de-escalating it. You know, let me work my magic." But he just went in there and said, "No, arrest us." No, I'm sorry, bro. You know, because I got to tell my superiors before, "No, I got this. Let me go ahead and handle it."
Sometimes people do, but then when their superiors come in or their quote unquote supervisor or manager, they kind of like follow the chain of command and just do what they say.
They start bucking their eyes and so okay, both. So yeah, you're right.
So shout out to this young lady. I hope, and she was on the verge of. I think she was like in line to be the valedictorian.
Yeah.
I mean, she was no slacker.
Right.
She stood her ground and she knew what she was doing. But I think it just kind of got out of hand and. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep this arrest on her record or just going to help her lose points for becoming valedictorian. I hope it don't. But again, shout out to her for going to HBCU. But like I said, I went to several HBCUs and I've had white teachers, Hispanic teachers, the one that got the dot in the forehead, Indian teachers. So I've had a mixed race of teachers, and I don't think it matters what your race is wherever you teach, but you have to understand what culture you're teaching
If you're in an HBCU, you have to treat the students with kid gloves. I'm just being real with y'all. Because if you're not black and you raise your voice, especially at a sister, there's going to be consequences and repercussions.
No questions asked afterwards.
There you go.
Not
exactly
before
my point.
or during. Questions are asked afterwards. So hopefully this young lady will get her just due, but it be in her favor.
Yep.
It'll be in her favor.
Yep.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Here's another student. Now this story was sad, and it was here in Texas, of course. Quote unquote, this is the only way. A black Texas student slapped bully who called her the N-word. She faced severe discipline, driving her into a mental institution.
Hold on. Damn. Well, let me stop you right there. To the sister that slapped the bully, hold on, where we at? There we go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
It took place in Slayton, Texas. I have no idea where that is. I couldn't even find it on the map. But I'm just gonna give a quick synopsis of the story. She says she meaning Autumn Robinson Monahan. She said that one of her fellow classmates who was Caucasian, had been going around for the last 4 days just using the N-word any way he wanted to. Back to back to back to back. And she approached him and said, please, could you stop doing that? I am offended.
Right.
And I guess he must have did it too many times after that, and she pretty much just walked up to him and slapped the dog shit out of him.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But the thing that I don't understand is why did she end up in more or less like a mental facility, but he only was sent to an alternative school program. And you know, yeah.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm trying to find that slap sound. I can't.
And she was another one that was top tier her school, top tier her class. You know, here's another black student doing what she's supposed to do. Top tier of her class, and she just told someone that she just didn't feel like he needed to be using that word. She approached him the right way the first time, and he just went, you know, I don't have to listen to what you have today, blah, 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 blah. And she pretty much, for lack of a better word, she lost it. She grabbed the boy by the hood of his sweatshirt and yelled at him between slaps on the top of his forehead. But this is how she did it. You're gonna learn to stop. And in between each word she was hitting him. That effing nigga shit. And every time she would say each word she was slapping him. Go look at the video. It's very, it makes you wonder. To me, this is my melanated thought. She got some strong black parents at home, honey.
Man,
because she knew how to handle that situation.
Man, let me tell you something. Man. That's one of them big mama ass whoopings.
And she gave it to him too. But my thing is the NAACP has been involved, and I do agree with the NAACP and any other black organization that's getting involved, and any other civil rights organization that's getting involved, because why is this baby going to like a mental facility and he just going to an alternative school?
She shouldn't be going anywhere. He was the one that was at fault.
Right. That's just added insult to just added insult to injury
right,
for me, because again, using words like the N-word and calling people porch monkeys and
he was using all the racial epithets, huh?
And he told one black girl, "You ain't worth anything," and started making monkey sounds. See,
well, he learned
that's
it from somewhere.
Yeah, that's harassment.
He learned it from somewhere. He learned it from somewhere. That's all I got to say about that. More likely than not, his parents. More likely than not, his father, if he has one, he learned it from. He learned it from them. Plain and simple. He learned it from somewhere.
And then here's the thing: the teacher knew that what he was saying was so perverse. She gonna slip the student a note apologizing. Girl,
what
really?
Seriously, man.
And then while she was whooping that head, some of the students start yelling out, "He can't breathe," like George Floyd. To me, that's making a mockery of it.
That's exactly what it is.
But I bet you ain't nobody else cool.
I bet you won't call nobody no nigga no more.
I bet you nobody else gonna say that. But that's sad that she had to, that he tapped dance on her psyche so long. And, she went the chain of command, went to him, hi, fellow student, fellow classmate, I am very appalled and I feel offended by what you're saying. Do you mind? I mean, she went to him, she said 4 times or more.
And he
just kept doing it this time.
See,
he just
here's
made
the thing
a mockery
about
out of it.
Here's the thing about it. And Gwen raised a really good point. They said she's mentally crazy because she was offended. Because Yeah, that's exactly it. White people can call you all kinds of racial epithets and you're supposed to take it on the chin.
No,
that's not how this works.
It's a lot of mental illness going on right now. Let me just interject this because I'm pretty sure you all have known here recently we lost the good dancer Twitch, that his name.
Yeah.
And supposedly that was a mental issue because when they finally found a suicide note, and he was saying because of past challenges. Now this could be the same thing with this young lady. She probably done heard it before. Her father probably done came home, or her mother probably done came home, so they got to talk like that on their job. She probably seen some of her own very eyes. She's probably been in college before. Probably and it traumatized her before. And here you are, classroom, she see you every day, and she came to you as a mature student, because me as a 50-year-old woman, I don't know what I would have done, but I agree. I love the fact that she went to him several times.
Mm-hmm.
And try to explain to him how she feel, what her stance was, and then he ended up making a marker of it, and he got the effects of it.
She put the hands of Ogun on his ass, boy. She put them on him. Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, I hope nothing bad comes of this. I hope they don't lock her up or anything, or keep her in a minute to just let her come back. If he's going to be able to go to alternative school, that's what they normally do when I was in school too. If someone get into a fight, whatever, you go to the alternative school for like 30 days. And then you come back to the school. I hope they do her the same way. Don't keep her in this quote unquote mental facility
which she shouldn't be in.
Exactly. Let her go to the alternative program, get her little suspension for 30 days or whatever, and let her come to school and go ahead and go back to her regular stance, however her number was in the school, because she had a high ranking in the school too.
Right.
And I forgot to interject, she said she did experience constant racist harassment in her predominantly white school.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah. But that shouldn't be, it don't matter what the school is. I should be able to go to school
and not,
get an education and feel
and not have to put up
walking
with that
on eggshells.
Right.
Exactly.
And not to put up with that BS. Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, here's another one. This is something that's just off the top of the rocker. A golfer hits black player in head with a club on a Memphis course. Victim still on life support after the hit. This story is so racist. I can't think of another word to say, but everybody keeps saying that he's not a racist. It was just an incident. Okay, I'm a quick synopsis. A 22-year-old golfer has been charged with aggravated assault on another black golfer on a Memphis golf course. This is the breakdown. The 22-year-old hit his ball, blah, 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 blah. The black golfer hit his ball too, which moved the 20-year-old's ball, if I'm not mistaken. And can you finish the story?
Go ahead and take it. Well, the whole thing about that was the whole thing about this story was this right here, man. The golfer hit the ball, and I guess their balls must have hit each other's balls. And whenever that happened, it went to the white guy got pissed off and hit the black guy in the head with the golf club. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, y'all. Now, that being said, that should have never gotten to that point. Plain and simple. It shouldn't have. So, that being said, we need to get over stuff like that, man. I mean, because it was an accident.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I mean, basically what it all boiled down to was the balls hit each other. The balls hit each other. Hit each other. That happens on a golf course, on a public golf course. This isn't a private golf course. This is a public golf course. White guy got pissed off, hit him in the head with a golf club. Why?
Well, first of all, he picked up his ball, tossed it.
Yeah.
And then hit him in the head with a golf club. But this is my thing right here. He went to jail on a $5,000 bond and has been released, and this man is still in the hospital on life support.
Yeah, because they hit him in the head with a golf club. Probably hit him with a wood.
Shouldn't you still be in jail?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's a threat. You picked up a weapon and hit this man with it, and now this man is in jail on life support, and all you got was a $5,000 bond?
Yep.
Where is the justice in that?
There is no justice. It's like Richard Pryor said, you go out looking for justice and that's what you find, justice. And that's exactly what's going on. And on top of that, the reason why he got the little slap on the wrist, because he got the complexion with the connection for the protection.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, very unacceptable. I hope this young man is able to wake up and come back to a full frame of good health, and that justice will be served.
I agree.
Because this is totally unacceptable.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Because everybody know that. Because I've seen on national TV where a golfer would hit and his ball just pretty much, what they call it, sliced that other man's ball away. Is that man supposed to get mad like that?
It happens.
It happens, exactly. So, blessings to this young man and his family that he will come out of his state and be okay.
I hope so. I really do hope so.
Here's some more ignorancy, if that's a word. Pop Warner launches probe after man allegedly hurls racial slurs at teen. Now,
Now, let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you something. My oldest grandson plays Pop Warner football. All Chris has to do is say, "Hey, Pops, guess what? Somebody called Junior a nigga." I'm out that door. And I'm going to ask Chris, where the hell am I? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little excited. But yeah, I'm going to ask, where is he at?
Well, the story is the racial slurs were hurled toward the coaches, but of course the baby was there.
Right.
Where are we as adults going to understand the kids between the ages of newborn to whatever? It's like little sponges. They're like little sponges.
A child will repeat everything that they see.
Like a voice recorder.
And everything that they hear.
I don't get that.
I know this to be true. I have grandchildren. I'm playing video games one day and I get killed. The first thing I said was, "Mother, you know what?" Next thing you know, my little grandson started saying every damn thing that I said.
Yep. I remember my mom told a story that like my mom used to stay like on the same street as her mom, which was my grandmother. But when you turned we stay on the second house, when you go on down the street was my grandmother's house. And then I would go down there and we would spend the night with my granny and stuff. I think give my mom and dad time or whatever. And so she said she had to give me a whooping because I used to tell everything. Then my granny, she said that's how my granny always knew what was going on, because she'd say, it's probably why I'm a little thick now, because she said she would just give you some candy or something and you just get the run of your mouth. Mom and Daddy down there fighting. Daddy came in late. Mom, I would always tell my granny my mom and Dad was down there fighting. So again, I'm like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. My mind's like a sponge. So I'm just gonna tell my granny what I saw my parents doing. Again, explaining what I saw. So these grown men are standing up here on this football field because I guess one of their kids didn't get enough time to play, or they think that the coach called the wrong game, or not putting their sum enough. This is ridiculous.
I agree.
This is ridiculous. So hopefully there won't be no ramifications for these children. I hope their parents talk to them, let them know that this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
And that hate is everywhere.
It really is,
in a little league football game.
Yeah, man, a little. Yeah. Pop Warner. Like I said, my grandson plays Pop Warner. And I would be very upset if I heard some shit like that. I really would.
Threatening the coaches? What you threatening the coach for? Because your baby can't play? I mean, go in the backyard, teach your baby how to catch the football, how to kick it. Don't be, oh God. Moving on.
Moving right along.
It's sad. Now this one right here it's not funny, but it's just like, damn, is this what we doing now? Inmate, quote unquote, baked to death in overheated prison cell.
Hold on.
A 44-year-old man, Thomas Lee Rutledge, literally baked to death in an Alabama prison cell after guards ignored that the system, the air conditioning heating system was faulty. This is not the first time that it's been reported. Other inmates that has been in there have died in that same cell. So that's why they're thinking this was not an accident. They feel like they put him in this cell on purpose.
I agree.
Because when his body was found, he was leaned up against the little window that's in the cell. I guess trying to
get some air,
trying to breathe or get some of the cold air to breathe. When I tell you this world. Aren't they supposed to serve and protect? This is my plight. I have nothing against police officers. I have nothing against prison guard. By the grace of God, Lord, I don't want to. I ain't never been to prison. I know sometimes they treat you bad and they feel like if you go to prison, that means you must have did something bad in the world. But where's your empathy toward people's well-being?
Man.
They said that cell had got up to 109 degrees.
Why would you do that to another human being?
And like they said, they know it wasn't an accident, because they said other inmates have been in this cell and have passed away from the same thing. Another inmate said that the system can get up to 130 degrees. So this man pretty much suffocated.
Pretty much.
Because it was so hot.
Yeah, heat exhaustion. That's what got him.
He baked to death.
Yeah,
like he was in the oven.
Literally.
I don't think, what's the highest temperature that we can probably survive? What, 101, 102?
Yep, somewhere along
there.
there.
He is in 109. It's just like them little kids been left in the car. That's something I see it on scenes, but that's another story. Because, you know, little kids don't know, but this was a grown man. I can just only imagine what he was going through. So what's going to happen with this, I wonder?
Well, we just have to wait and see. Because this right here,
But again, these are police officers.
Well, correction officers still considered
prison guards.
Yeah, prison guards, correction officers.
I'm pretty sure they all go to the same training.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now here's another story that I had read about and I saw it on the news. They had a big story on it on I want to say either 60 Minutes or either Dateline.
Yeah.
No duty to investigate. No, quote unquote, no duty to investigate. A Memphis seeks dismissal of black woman's lawsuit that claims her rape was ignored until Aries Eliza Fletcher was killed. Now, Elijah Fletcher is a well-renowned princess of, I forgot her, what was her dad's name? You know, he's oh God, I'm having a brain freeze. Well, anyway, her dad was a well-known count or something, and she got raped by a black man who broke into her house and raped her. Now, it was a black lady who also claimed the same thing in the same city, and her story had not been heard of or talked about or discussed or anything for years. But as soon as this happened to this heiress, the police got right on it, found the man, I think, within 2 weeks. So now she's wondering what's the difference between her story and the heiress story. Why was her case so more prevalent and dutiful to get taken care of and called the justice other than hers?
Good question.
That is a good question, yeah.
Really good question. There is no difference besides the color of the skin. That's it. That's the only difference. They're still victims of rape. That alone should raise people's eyebrows, because obviously there's a serial rapist out there that needs to be brought to justice. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, okay, here it is. Okay, he's not here. Okay, her dad was a well-known billion-dollar hardware company fortune. They never really mentioned his name, but she was like an heiress to a billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
And she, you know, something horrible. Same thing that happened to this young black lady. Her name is Elisa Franklin. Same thing happened to her verbatim about the same guy, and her story went unresolved for years. And then here this happened to Miss Franklin, to the heiress, and he was caught, served, jailed, tried, and everything. So now she's wondering why. Like you always say, it's what is the protection for the complexion?
Yeah. She got the connection. She got the complexion with the connection for the protection.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
You know, why is it that your skin color should justify what kind of service or what kind of protection or anything that you get in this world?
Well, that's the reason why I suggested those books. Let me go back to that one, man. What was it? Equal Justice book? Hold on. Let me go back to it. Let me go back to it.
Excuse me. That's sad though. Same thing. Same
no
person,
equal justice. That's the reason why I suggested this book right here. No equal justice.
18 hours after they found out he did it, she gave them a schedule where they found this man within 18 hours.
Of course.
And then for Miss Franklin, hers was almost a year. It took them almost 11 months to even try to identify the man. This is crazy.
Now let's just say hypothetically speaking, something was to happen to the one of the black women that lived downstairs from us, and the same exact thing happened to somebody across town that's white. Trust me, they would get him within a matter of minutes.
Just like this one, 18 hours.
Yeah, it took them less. That's what, a day and a half? No, not even that.
No, not even that. It's like a day and
three quarters of a day. They caught this dude.
And then when they didn't take Miss Franklin's case, quote unquote, seriously, he went out, raped, and killed another woman.
Oh damn.
They should have took that menace to society off the street immediately. But of course, they didn't do their due diligence. They didn't follow the protocol. The same protocol that they gave the heiress, they should have gave to the case of Miss Franklin. But they didn't. But he ended up doing it again, killing somebody else and raping somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, because a white woman was killed, man. Come on.
$1 billion man. You gotta figure out what happened. Why did something to my daughter? Yeah. Now this is one to another. I should have mentioned this one before. We were talking about mental illness. "Quote unquote," the ball was dropped. A Milwaukee grandmother questioned why no Amber Alert was issued after daughter went missing while in mental crisis with the grandchild. Yeah. The young lady was 25 years old. Her daughter was 7. They found their body submerged in Northridge Lake. This is in Milwaukee. The grandmother had called and told them, hey, I think my daughter is going through a mental issue, what they call a mental crisis issue, and can you guys help us find her? This is her car, this is what she's driving, this is her tag. An Amber Alert was never ever sounded, so it went days and days and days, and then they finally found their body in the lake. And it was that the little 7-year-old was murdered, and then the mother had a self-inflicted gun wound, so she killed the baby and shot herself.
Murder-suicide.
Yeah.
Mama was going through some things mentally, and so she decided to take herself out and her child out. Oh, man.
That's what I was saying earlier about Twitch. You just don't know. And I remember, I love that new scene. I've heard this before, but I guess I just never took it to heart what they saying now. Even though they smile and laugh, it could be the life of the party. Like, because people always ask me, do you ever get upset? Do you ever get sad? Yeah, lately, now that I'm getting older, I do. I feel like last night, I could not sleep at all last night. I'm tired now, but I just could not sleep because I have a cousin that's going through a medical condition right now, and it's weighing heavy in my heart because she's only 32 years old, and we don't know what's going on with her. But like that old saying say, even though they laughing and talking and ha he, and this was my cousin when she is just so funny. I always tell you got a smart ass smile. She kind of reminds me of me a little bit because her mouth is so smart.
You mean
but she's a good-hearted person.
You mean it's two of y'all out there?
Hey, man. She's an Aquarius too. My birthday January 31st, hers February 1st.
Oh,
and I think that's why I have this kinship toward her, because I have never gotten to know her until like the last couple of maybe 2.5 years here, and it's just been so strong and profound. But I'm taken aback by it. But like I was saying, you have to check on your strong friends. I know we have some of them friends that call wolf all the time, and one of these friends that seem like they always going through something.
Yeah.
But you got to check on them strong friends as well, because you never know. And that's why this mother was so upset. She said, because she knew her daughter was dealing with something. She's had episodes before, but she never thought that she would go to this extent. And that's the same thing Twitch wife was saying about him, also his mother. Then I saw an article on his grandfather. The whole family just devastated. But when I saw his grandfather speak on it, but then y'all said, but a lot of people kept giving him praise, because they said that he was one of the ones who helped so many people get through COVID. Because him and his wife would always go in there and do their little dances on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then nobody ever imagined that he would be the type of person that would commit suicide.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know about that, man, because it's like you said, the strongest people usually got the most stuff hanging over their heads or whatever the case may be.
Past challenge,
precisely. You never know what's going on with that.
You don't know how to deal with it.
Right. You don't know, man. You really don't know. So it's always best to check on people. The strong people, like my mother, I check on her, because mom got a lot to deal with. So I check on my mother. Hell, I check on my wife. I know that she got some stuff dealing with, especially with her, having this little infection, whatever the hell it is, that nobody really knows what it is. I check on her. That's why I come home that's the main reason why I come home for lunch. To make sure my wife is good, because if she ain't good, she'll let me know. So you gotta check on your people, man. I tell people that all the time.
But on this story, it's so many conflicting stories, because at first they said the 7-year-old took the mom's keys and took her car. 7-year-old was trying to drive. And then they said that she ran up to this lady and said my mom was trying to kill me. And then her mom caught up with her. I'm like, it's just so many different. Like the grandmother is saying a totally different story, and then this other grandmom is telling this story, and I'm like, I don't know. So something mental you can see here clearly what's going on.
Oh, something was definitely going on.
Just checking with it. Just checking with
check on your folks, man.
Checking with people.
Check on your folks.
Too much is going on. That's why I tell people, answer the phone when I call. Call me. Let me know you're okay, because too much is going on. And that's why I try to tell my sister and brother, I don't want to be at the funeral or whatever, and people like, what happened? I be like, I don't even know.
Exactly.
Ain't you the sister? Oh, no.
Exactly.
Okay, now here's a story that just, I don't know, but it has to be talked about. I'm pretty sure about, I think it's like 2.5, 3 years ago, here down in Fort Worth, Texas, a young lady by the name of Tatiana Jefferson was killed by a Texas cop in her own home in front of her nephew.
Right.
For the last couple of weeks, they have been going through his trial to pretty much convict him of her death or for her death, and he has been found guilty. Now, my personal opinion, shouldn't have been no case at all, and if it was a case, shouldn't have went as long as it has. And now the sentencing was supposed to start Friday. They did start Friday, but they're going to pick up and resume tomorrow on the 19th.
And that was my question before the show started. Did they sentence him yet? And
not yet.
They haven't.
But my thing is, when I first heard about them picking the jury for the case, and when they finalized the jury,
all white,
no judgment, it was all white people.
All white.
I kept saying, it's a wrap. He's not going.
Yeah,
and plus,
exactly.
plus, he's a police officer.
Oh yeah.
He gonna get off.
Yeah.
But they convicted him. Okay. But the thing is, he took a lighter sentence, so he can only get between 2 to 20 years in prison because they only got him for manslaughter.
Yeah.
They didn't get him for murder.
Yeah.
Don't understand that.
That's a yeah. It's like I told people, manslaughter carries a lighter sentence, than murder.
Murder. Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was to go out and kill Pookie from Oak Cliff, I get put in jail and I would get convicted of murder. Mm-hmm. Even if it was self-defense, I would get convicted of murder.
This is how I look at it. Like you said, that's murder. Manslaughter to me, if I went out to the bar, I'm drinking, I get behind my car, drive, I hit somebody. To me, that's manslaughter.
Yeah, that's manslaughter.
This man walked into this baby home, did not introduce himself or anything.
Didn't acknowledge anything.
Right, like he's supposed to do. Him, even his own partner said
the neighbors even said that.
Yeah. So how is that manslaughter?
That's not manslaughter. Murder. That's murder. But
I don't know.
Again, I knew they was going to give him a lighter sentence if they convicted him at all. I knew they weren't going to convict him of murder. Mm-hmm. So even if he does get 20 years, let's just say hypothetically speaking, he does get 20 years.
Well, honestly, they said he might not get no more than 10.
I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, let's just say he gets the maximum, which is 20 years. Mm-hmm. He'll be out in 8.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He'll be out in 8.
And
if he gets to 10, and even if he gets to 10, he'll be out in what, 3, 4?
Probably, if that. But then, I'm not racist. Everybody know I'm not racist. I do have my opinion about things, but I don't consider myself to be racist. When they gave him a sentence, he just started holding his children and holding his family and said, we're going to be okay. We're going to beat this. And then Tatiana family just sitting there looking like, we don't got nobody to hold.
Nah.
We ain't got nobody to tell it's going to be okay. And then to put her little nephew on them stands.
He did not want to go on that stand.
Oh my God!
I saw him. I saw his reaction. He did not want to go up there and talk about that. He had to recant
that whole story.
But the little brother did good. So
that time he was 8. Yeah, at the time it happened, he was 8. Now he's 11. So let's just hope that justice will be served and he will get the max. That's how I feel, because that baby can't come back. She cannot come back, and you don't know what. I'm pretty sure, if I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong, but I think her nephew will have everlasting effects from this.
No doubt.
And her family too. Her mother, her sisters, her cousin, everybody who been coming to trial is going to miss. They said she was a people, family-oriented person.
That's what I understand.
Even her neighbors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Dean, however, and then, in reality, he tried to plead not guilty.
I know he did. I saw that.
How is that even possible?
When you shot this woman down in cold blood, basically, you didn't announce yourself or anything. You should have said, police doing a wellness check.
But I did see on the news that they said this would be the very first time any police officer has been convicted.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that's probably why they didn't give him such a strong sentence.
That's exactly it.
Because he's, again, a police officer.
No, he's white. That's why they give him a strong sentence. That's the reason why. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. I mean,
so that's all the story. I wish I had some feel-good stories, but I didn't see not too many in the news.
Wasn't very many. There wasn't very many at all.
But so let's go ahead and head into today's show topic.
All right. So now, as we all know, unless you've been living under a rock, Miss Britney Griner is out. They swapped her out. Hold on, let me put a better picture up there. Hold on just a second, y'all.
Tell who Britney is. Jeez,
Britney Griner is a WNBA star,
professional basketball player. She played for the Phoenix Mercury. She's played in the Olympics. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist with the United Women's National Basketball Team and a 6-time NBA All-Star. I'm going to let him finish explain to what happened with her.
Well, what happened with her was she was playing overseas in Russia.
Let's elaborate why she was playing over there.
She was playing overseas because a lot of times what a lot of NBA players and WNBA players do is to supplement their income. What they do is they play overseas in the overseas league so they can,
supplement their income because
basically.
They're not paying.
Because they're not paying them enough.
NBA
they're not getting paid enough.
Pitiful.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But anyway, so she was over there and she had some CBT oil, and I guess over there in Russia it's illegal.
But mind you, she's been playing overseas for almost 8 years,
give or take.
She's not new.
No, she's not new. They know who she is.
They know They say she is a big time celebrity over there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, just like my wife said, she's a big time celeb over there. So with that being said, she gets stopped in the airport. They see the CBT oil, and she says she uses it for pain, which I can completely understand that because I know a lot of people personally that use CBT oil for pain instead of pumping their bodies with a whole bunch of BS medicines that they really don't need. So she gets put in jail for possession. Now, being that I said that, I have heard people say that she shouldn't have done that.
She should have done what?
She shouldn't have had the CBT oil in her bag.
Her doctor gave it to her. It was prescribed.
So it was prescribed. Now, that being said, to all those people, mostly black people, that say she shouldn't have been over there doing that shit, kiss my black ass. While you're at it, kiss my wife's ass too.
Let me reiterate. So, here in the United States, where she got her degree from Baylor, been playing over here for Phoenix, she only get $200,000 a season. In Russia, she was banking $1 million.
Hey.
So what do you think she was going to do?
Exactly.
I would do the same thing.
Exactly.
But I really don't even think this is what it's all about. I think this is a government issue. I think the government was trying to use her as a pawn, use her as an example, and I think it just got out of hand. It's just me and my personal opinion.
Right, exactly.
But back to the CBR, or her doctor.
Her doctor prescribed that for her for pain because she didn't want to put a whole bunch of BS medicines in her body, and I can't say I blame her. I'm just being honest with you. Again, I know a lot of people that take CBT oil for pain,
and she used the
vape
pen, the vape pen.
Vape pen, right?
Yeah, not like she had the actual stuff in the baggie.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't like she
was rolling it up or whatever.
Yeah, right. And again, like you said, it was prescribed by her doctor.
Said she was smuggling drugs.
Yeah, they said she was smuggling drugs. Okay, but anyway, long story short, the sister's out, and I'm glad the sister's out. She shouldn't have been there in the first damn place. My only problem with this situation is this right here. I hope to God they do not use this sister as a political pawn.
I think so.
But they're already starting.
I think so.
They're already starting because there's a lot of people out there. Now, let me go back a little bit. Let me backtrack. The reason why she got out is because they traded her for
Paul Whelan,
for a known weapons dealer.
Paul Whelan.
Okay, now here, this guy right here. What's his name? Victor. What's his last name?
Paul Whelan.
No, not Paul Whelan. Paul Whelan is the guy that's in prison now. Not Paul Whelan.
Oh, the one
the one that got traded for.
Oh, the crazy eye guy. Ooh. Yeah.
Victor Bout.
Yeah. Bout. Bout. Yeah.
Victor Bout. You know, he's a known arms dealer. They call him the Merchant of Death. Okay, now here's the deal. I said this, and my wife can tell you this. I said a long time ago, all they gotta do is trade her for one of those terrorists they got over there. Didn't I say that? Mm-hmm. Look how long this. She should have been out. She should have been out.
But to me, that's not the only terrorist. Why they let him, the most dangerous one, be swapped though?
Good question. Mm-hmm. There was a movie about him.
Mm-hmm. They say he is bad news.
In 2005, I think it was, Nicolas Cage played the movie. What's the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of the movie now.
Now you know he had to be bad news when Donald Trump called him bad news. Donald Trump said, "Y'all just don't let a killer out the coop." I'm like, "Go on, Donald Trump."
Well, he's right. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with Donald Trump on a lot of shit.
Exactly. Me too. After I read about him and saw all the different people talking about how he spent his life just being, for lack of better words, evil.
That's why they call him the merchant of death.
Yeah, he was just evil, and they let her go for that. That's crazy.
That's why they call him the merchant of death. Mm-hmm. Right there. That's exactly the reason why. Now, on the other side of this coin, there's another prisoner that's in prison right now, but he was accused of spying.
Right.
His name is Paul Whelan, an ex-Marine. Mm-hmm. Let me put his picture up. Hold on just a minute. Now, Paul Whelan, there's a lot of people out there, black and white, that are upset that he didn't get out
before Britney
did. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. In 2018 is when he got locked up. Mm-hmm. Who was president in 2018?
18 Trump.
Exactly. His brother went to Donald Trump. What did Donald Trump tell him?
I ain't got time for that.
There you go.
That is not on my radar right now. I'm trying to get in good with Young John Kim. Yeah. And Young John Kim has had his finger dancing around that button.
And still
about
does.
To blow us up in a minute. You always over there trying to be his friend.
And still does. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing about it. Stephen A. Smith, King Coon himself, said that Britney Griner shouldn't have got out. That this guy right here should have got out before him. Mm-hmm. Before
a lot of black. I was surprised.
A lot of black. And
black
that's what gets me. And that's the main thing that gets me. I see black people from all walks of life saying that he should have gotten out first. Well, here's the thing about it. See, he got put in jail on Trump's watch. Mm-hmm. How come y'all don't bug Trump about this situation? Mm-hmm. You just not saying something about it now?
Right.
I mean, my whole deal is this right here. Now, I already know why Britney Griner was negotiated out. They could have been had her out. They could have had her out months ago.
10 months in there. That's a long
They could have got her out 9.5 months ago. Mm-hmm. You and me both know that. Because I said all they got to do is trade her for one of those terrorists. I've said that before on this very podcast. Mm-hmm. All they got to do is trade her for one of those terrorists that got locked up. But they didn't. But the reason why they did it, why now, is because of the fact that the reason why they did it now is because, and I can tell you right now, and I'm going to get your opinion on it in just a few seconds. See, Britney Griner is what I call a 3-for-1. She's being used as a political tool, and the reason why that the Biden administration let her negotiated her release was because of the fact that the Democrats are losing favor within the black community. They really are, because the voter numbers are way down. That's why Senator Warnock was almost lost to Herschel Walker twice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the reason why they let her out is because she's a 3-for-1. She's a gay black woman.
And Russia is very big on gays. Yeah, they don't tolerate that at all.
That's the reason why she is released, because of that fact right there. She's a 3-for-1. Paul Whelan is not going to be used. Couldn't be used as a political tool by a Democratic Party. He's just he's just a heterosexual white man.
He's just a man that's in there.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They couldn't use that, but they could use their gay black woman though.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I think they pretty much use her as like a diplomatic.
That's exactly it. So they can get back in favor
between
with
the U.S. and the Russia, and with everything going on with the war and everything,
right.
So they were just using her as a pawn. Yeah, you're right.
Right,
I agree with you.
Exactly.
I agree
so
with you.
That's the reason why they let her out, because she can be used as a political pawn. Mm-hmm. Now, another thing that I don't like about this story is this right here. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of people out here saying that black men didn't try to get her released, which is bullshit. Because Roy Jones Jr., the boxer, dual citizenship in Russia and here.
Dennis Rodman.
I
mean, I don't know if he's a man. Either way.
Dennis Rodman was getting ready to go over there because he's in good with the Russians.
He's in with, but he's also in with
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in good with him too. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
So yeah, I agree with you on that too. They did try.
They did try. A lot of black men tried. Hell, Steph Curry, I mean, even said on several occasions, "Hey, get my sister up out of there."
A lot of NBA
LeBron
players,
James.
Yeah, a lot of NBA players.
Yeah, a lot of LeBron James. You know, even goofy ass Shaquille O'Neal said it. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So you really can't say the black men have anything to do with it. And last but not least, I really hope that the Alphabet Brigade keeps their mouth completely shut about this whole situation, because they lift a finger to get her out of there.
Not anything else. They be number one third them street with them fur boas on and all them rainbow color signs. I haven't seen no protests, no walks, no stomps, no
nothing. The
twirls,
whole time,
whatever they do.
The whole time she was in jail.
Not at all.
And I said that on this very podcast too. I said, where's the Alphabet Brigade at?
You're right.
Where they at? One of their own is locked up and they ain't saying a word.
Yeah. You're mighty right about that.
Yeah, exactly. They had nothing to say about that. So anyway.
Yeah, it's I don't know if this is the tale of the shrew or what is going on but it's like this woman has not called. Okay, yeah, I think her first wife had a little struggle, strife, but she didn't have no major arrest records. She is not on the FBI most wanted list like this other man is. She just caught with 2 vape pens and a little couple of vials of oil in her bag, and y'all comparing her to a weapon, destructive, onset, mindset killer. How is that even equate to the same thing?
Not trying to interrupt you, but guess who's in the building? Les.
Hey, Leslie. Oh my God, I would love to get your opinion on this.
He's at work right now. He can't call
okay,
in.
Wow. Good to see you listening. Miss you, co-host.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, but yeah, I agree with you, man. Because
how can they even compare the two?
They can't.
That's crazy.
But they did. But the thing of it is. Like I said, she's a political pawn. Like I said, she's a 3-for-1, a gay black woman. And that's the reason why the Democrats fought so hard to get her out of there. Like I said, she could have been out 9.5 months ago.
Yeah.
And I said this on this podcast right here. I said they could have been.
Well, do we want to give a shout out to Uncle Biden?
Yeah, I give a halfway a shout out because the reason why he did it, because he, like I said, the Democratic Party is trying to get back in good with the black voters.
So they said he did some very intense negotiation to get her out. Her and even old Sister Kamala. And her wife was right there with him, and also the Secretary of Defense. It was like just a group of people always getting together, talking every day to try to make the swap as easy and clean and harmless as possible. But that still don't make sense why they let somebody with such a foul record that he has compared to somebody who had a little vape pens. That makes no sense to me. But I guess we'll see, because I don't think this is over.
I honestly don't think this is over. I honestly don't think it is. But
did you see that when they were switching, when he got off the plane and Britney was about to get on the plane, you see who was standing in the midst? The Russian president.
Exactly. Putin.
Do you go meet everybody that gets off a plane?
Oh, they need him because he's ruthless.
I think they're finna make some deals with him.
They're gonna make some real major deals with him. He's an arms dealer too, so yeah. You know he got connects.
Yeah.
He got all kinds of connects.
Well, I just hope that, because I was wondering, what did she do? They said when they finally sentenced her, they finally moved her to like a penal code, like a
they got to debrief her to make sure she ain't been brainwashed.
And she said every day, because they make clothes and sew clothes or whatever. She said she was too tall to sit behind the machine, so she would go, and when somebody needed material, she'll go and get the material.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, no working camps. Okay.
Yeah. And then she cut her dreadlocks off, and she been growing her dreads for, I know, since she was in college down here at Baylor. So
yeah,
that's crazy. She done cut her dreads off. So maybe that's what she need to do. She just want to do a clean slate and just come back and restore. But I am proud to say she did mention in her first statement she made the other day, she will be back when the NBA started. When the WNBA started, she is coming back playing basketball.
That's good.
Because when she first came from Russia, they took her to San Antonio. They checked her over, evaluated her and stuff like that. First thing she wanted to do was go on the court, and she did. They said she did a dunk. So like she ain't lost her skills.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was up.
But I hope whoever she decides to give her first major sit-down interview with, that they don't more or less pester her about having the vape pens. Just talk to her about what she experienced. Because that's not even a big issue to me. Everybody vape. Not everybody, but
which is a perfect segue to Mr. LeBron James.
That's what I was just going to say next. I said because if you look at her situation and compare it to what LeBron said in the media,
for those of you that
in the words of Ricky Ricardo, Lucy, you got explaining to do. Because these people in the media is going file.
Well, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and play what Mr. LeBron said. Mm-hmm. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. Let me turn my music down real quick so people can hear it. Hold on.
I got one question for you guys before you guys leave. I was thinking when I was on my way over here, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that. Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Mr. LeBron James. You know, LeBron James. See, that was going to be the original show, y'all. LeBron James chin checking the media.
Look like LeBron is woke.
Well, see, LeBron got to get that comeback, man, because of that Kyrie Irving situation. We'll talk about that too.
We missed it, yeah. Apologize for that being out, but we might as well go and talk about that, yeah, because...
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about LeBron first. Let's talk about Mr. LeBron first. Now, LeBron James pretty much chin checked the media.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he did. Because, again, LeBron James basically was saying that y'all asking me everything else, but you're not asking me about this right here. You asked me about Kyrie Irving. I gave you my opinion on that, but y'all asked me about this right here. So, you know, what's up with that?
Let me play devil's advocate. Jerry Jones is now an 80-year-old man. At that time, a picture was taken. He was in high school in Arkansas. He was just following his older brother and his cousin. Really didn't know where he was going. But the gist of it was they were trying to stop, 6 black kids from coming into the school or entering the building, I'm sorry. And if you just look at the picture, he was just standing there. He wasn't really doing anything like pushing back. He wasn't raging a fist like they were doing on January 6th and things like that. But should we really hold him accountable?
Yeah. Okay. Because he didn't have to be there. He could have stayed at home. He didn't.
But
need
he
to
thought
be
he
there.
was just hanging out with his brother and his cousin.
No,
he's 14.
That's bullshit. Come on.
You think he knew what he was doing at 14?
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
In Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh yeah, he knew what he was doing.
It's not a laughing matter, but it's like
people in Arkansas that are called. It's children, 6 years and old, 6 years and younger that'll call you a nigga to look at you right now in Arkansas. Yeah. So he knew what he was doing. So for somebody to sit up here, Stephen A, to sit up here and say he didn't know what he was doing, yes, the hell he did. He knew what he was doing. Michael Irvin, he knew what he was doing.
Michael Irvin said Jerry Jones is a good man.
Yeah, yes, Master Jerry is a good man.
He's a good man.
Master Jerry is a good man.
I know you and I was talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and put myself on Front Street. I said, y'all can delete Jerry Jones. You know how many niggas he done made $1 million?
And Michael Irvin's one of them. Michael Irvin is one of them.
You know what I mean?
Even if he is a crackhead, Michael Irvin is one of them.
And when they interviewed Jerry Jones, he pretty much said that what I said was how the way I said it. He never answered the question.
Of course, he went all the way around it.
When I say he was tap dancing like Sammy Davis Jr., he was tapping. He never answered the question. That's why I keep saying he, honestly, I bet you he probably didn't even remember that picture. He probably didn't remember because he was 14.
They put the picture up here real quick, Cora, for everybody to see it, man. You know, there's Jerry Jones right there. He's circled.
But I understand LeBron, King James, whatever y'all want to call him, and that he should have been held accountable the same way they trying to hold Kyrie accountable for something Kyrie didn't even talk. I think we did get a chance to talk about that. I think it was the very last one.
Briefly.
This man didn't say anything.
Nah.
Not a word.
Not nan, as we say in the country.
It's not nan word. And y'all put this man on the chopping block for something that he put on his social media page, a link on his social media page, and y'all blew it up like kaboom. And then here Jerry Jones in the picture, you can clearly see all these white people and these 6 little black boys trying to get into a building holding them back. Yeah. Kind of remind you of January 6th, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Les put a pretty good point. He said difference between LeBron James and Jordan is that LeBron uses the power openly for the people, and he's absolutely right. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely right. Les, you're absolutely right. I agree with you on that. But LeBron to me, with the exception of the Kyrie Irving thing, LeBron was getting mad props to me. I can't stand him on the court because he's a big old crybaby. But off the court, I love him because, like you said, he uses his platform for social justice, and I'm cool with that.
And just like you said, this is something that he said. He said the fact that you guys ran me down about Kyrie. Oh yeah. They even ran him down about Kirkpatrick when that happened with Kirkpatrick. He said, but the fact that you guys haven't asked me anything about Jerry Jones, he said, I'm just trying to hold y'all accountable.
Oh, you mean Kaepernick?
I'm sorry, Kirkpatrick. Who's Kaepernick? Kaepernick. Yeah. They didn't ask him anything about that, but he said, I'm just trying to hold you guys accountable to let you know that I see what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, King James. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, on the court I can't stand him because he's a big old crybaby. But off the court, oh man, I love him to death. So, but it's like Les says, he uses his platform for social issues, and I'm cool with that.
You would think, it's just me, that he'd be kind of tap dancing that line of cool, kind of like Stephen A. I don't look at that to him.
Or
like
Charles
that.
Barkley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why this man even. I don't know.
I don't know why he was opening his mouth, man. Just shut up, Charles.
I don't know. I think he do that for the controversy of it all. In the words of print, controversy. I think he do it for the controversy.
You think so?
I don't think that's how Charles Barkley believe. I don't think some of the stuff that come up that man's mouth cannot be genuine.
I do.
Oh my God.
I do.
But yeah, he ran down Kyrie pretty bad.
He ran Kyrie. Him and Shaq did.
Yeah, and I was surprised at Shaq.
Now Shaq,
I was. Oof.
Shaq said something about it. Mm-hmm. Shannon Sharp even said something about it. And now that's the one that really pissed me. That's the one that got me. Mm-hmm. Because Shannon be putting Skip Bayless in check. Skip. But
the other day, him and Skip got into it pretty bad on there when. And
he didn't say shit to Skip.
When he told him, "You just mad you had to retire." I had to retire. Yeah, you heard him.
Yeah, you heard him, man. You better not talk bad about no white man.
You ain't gonna have no job tomorrow.
Shit, better be talking bad about the GOAT. Come on. But hey, man.
But in essence, though, I understand LeBron's plight. But what was he really expecting the media to ask him about the Jerry Jones situation?
Just ask him about it in general. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that he was saying. Y'all asked me everything else, But you didn't ask me about this. And he's absolutely right. They will ask LeBron James about the price of tea in China. But they didn't ask him about this Jerry Jones situation.
What he's supposed to say? And how do you feel about Jerry Jones staying in this picture? What would they have said?
No, all they had to say, hey, what do you think about the Jerry Jones picture? Plain and simple. That's all they had to say. That's it. But they didn't say anything about it. They asked him everything else except for that. And that's why LeBron put them in check, and that's why he chin checked them and said, hey, y'all asked me everything else, but you didn't ask me about the Jerry Jones thing. And the reason why the reason why he was kind of surprised is because LeBron James is a Dallas Cowboys fan. Big time Dallas Cowboys fan. And so that's why it was kind of surprising to him that they didn't ask him about the Jerry Jones situation.
But wasn't it smooth how he did it? You know, he sat there, let them ask him all kind of questions about the game.
Yep.
And then he came, he said, wait a minute, one more question before I leave.
Why
y'all ain't ask me about this bullshit with you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was like,
I loved it. I don't
remember. Who did anybody say anything?
Nobody said
I didn't say nobody.
Nobody said a word. But you know, I loved it, man. I loved every minute of it. I know it's a little late, y'all, but I had to speak on this.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I loved it, man. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. I said it's about time a professional athlete says something about this situation.
Because they pretty much dragged down Kyrie. A lot of athletes did.
Yeah. A lot of athletes did, and Kyrie didn't do anything. Kyrie did absolutely nothing. He didn't say anything. He just posted a link. And
same thing with this picture. It's just a picture.
And the thing of it is, the whole thing about the Kyrie situation, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. The whole thing about the Kyrie situation is that whole laundry list of shit that he had to do to get back into everybody's good graces. Now, he already apologized. What the hell else do you want him to do?
That sounds like something a woman will make a man do when he done messed up. Okay, you have to buy me flowers, and you have to take me out to dinner. I was like, why they treating this man like he a 12-year-old trying to get back in his mom and daddy grace?
Well, see, that white Jewish rabbi said we had to put him in his place.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
I mean, what place was he out of?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything.
Some kind of class, didn't it, for the Jewish people?
All that bullshit, yeah. How come Jerry Jones didn't go through all that?
Oh, now, say what? What'd you say?
You heard what I said.
Huh?
How come Jerry Jones?
We didn't hear you in the back. Can you say it again?
How come Jerry Jones had to do none of that? Ain't nobody said nothing about Jerry Jones going to the Black History Museum or nothing.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
I think the reason, this is from what I've read so far, that the reason why no one has said anything because they don't want to bring up the quote-unquote issue that has been lingering in the NFL for so many years, or why there's not too many black owners. We have majority of the league black players, but there is no black owners. So they think if they open up that can of worms with Jerry Jones, it's going to be a firestorm.
I think it should be some black owners, at least one.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you have a few people out here that are, they own a piece of a team in the NBA.
They got a percentage.
They own a percentage of a team. Yeah. I mean, I tell people about that all the time, man. Because, like, case in point, when Jay-Z owned a piece of the Brooklyn Nets, everybody was bragging that Jay-Z's making chess moves because he owned the Brooklyn Nets.
He owned a percentage.
No, he owned a percenage. Less than 10%, if I make no mistake.
I think it's less than 10%.
Exactly. So he didn't really own the team. He owned a percentage of the team. If we have investments in the stock market, we own a piece of a company. We don't own the company.
Exactly.
So, you know, I don't, you know, and I think that there should be at least one black owner in the NFL. I mean, all these black people out here, all these black millionaires out here putting their bodies on the line. There should be at least one black owner. I mean, they got black. Look how long it took to get black coaches in the NFL.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know. Good question. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't blown up like the Kyrie thing. So you think Jerry Jones should go to the African American Museum in Atlanta? I mean, in Washington D.C. Go to the King Center in Washington D.C. Go to Atlanta and hang out with Dr. What's her name? MLK daughter, the preacher that's down there running his museum. Hang out with Andrew Young and hang out with James Brown best friend Al Sharpton. Go hang out with Farrakhan. You think he should do that just like they trying to make Kyrie do all this stuff?
Hell yeah. If you hang out with Farrakhan, they might come out saying fuck white people. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Because even Farrakhan even said that, man. Farrakhan was very vocal about the whole Kyrie Kanye West thing. Now Kanye West is a whole different animal. I'm not going to go there. But Farrakhan was very adamant saying that brother Kyrie didn't do anything wrong, and he didn't. Yeah. Only thing he did is post a link. He didn't say anything about it.
Well, I do like when LeBron. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it. He said, "When I watch Kyrie talk, and he says, quote, I know who I am,
right?
But I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through." End quote. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America,
right?
And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform,
Well, he got a little bit, not much.
When we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day.
Where's the lie?
But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago, and we all make mistakes. I get it. But it seems like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. Wow.
Now, where's the lie? Anything that he said?
And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Wow.
Now, where's the lie in anything that LeBron said?
Not one.
Where's the lie?
Not a one.
Now, here's the thing about the whole LeBron James situation. If Stephen A. agreed with LeBron.
Yeah, because like I said, he on that line too sometimes.
Oh, Stephen A. is a flat out coon.
Now, the one that got me was Roland Martin.
Oh, man. Come on. Roland Martin.
Went off. I like what he said. I like
everybody.
What he said.
I mean, every black journalist agreed with everything that LeBron James said. Stephen A. Smith agreed with it. What's the fat boy name? The fat journalist. I can't remember his name now. The coon. Jason Whitlock. Mm-hmm. Even he agreed with it.
Yeah. And he hardly ever
agrees. And he always throwing black folks under the bus.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Who else? Jamel Hill.
Mm-hmm. That's a girl, Janelle. Yeah.
I know she is, but Janelle Hill, she even agreed with him. She said that, yeah, he's right. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely right, and that's nothing that he lied about in that statement. Everything he said was right on point. Everything.
Well, I really don't see no difference. But I don't see no backlash the same either.
No, you're not going to see any. You're not going to see any.
I don't know why it's not though.
You're not going to see any backlash on that because you're talking about a white man, a rich white man at that.
That's why I keep saying. That's why I'm thinking that's part of why it hasn't been, because he is an NFL owner.
Yeah.
His organization is world renowned.
The Dallas Cowboys is the most popular team in the NFL.
In the whole NFL.
Right.
People in other countries know about the
Dallas
Cowboys.
Whether you love them or hate them. Mm-hmm. People watch the Dallas Cowboys to either win or lose. Mm-hmm. One of the two. Mm-hmm. We tried to watch them to win.
Like today, that disappointing game today.
Punk asses. Yeah, they shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have lost that game. They do this every time when playoff time comes around. They choke. But anyway. Yeah, I didn't want them to lose. I'll be the first to tell anybody. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Always have been. Yeah. But, win or lose.
They come on TV, I'll be looking at them.
Exactly. Win or lose, they are the most popular team in the NFL.
Absolutely. So, and that's probably why. And it could be Jerry Jones could be like Trump. He probably got some secrets in his arsenal that if anybody would have said anything, he might be like, okay, you want to play that game? Okay, remember that time when you... You know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
He could have been like, y'all trying to go in my skeleton. Hold on just 1 second.
You got a point.
Look at him. This here right here with this hood on.
You got a point.
But all in all, it was I mean, I think it was very appropriate what the jump LeBron did. I don't have no points for him.
I agree. Everything LeBron said was right on point. He did not. He
took his platform, like you and I was looking at. Well, I was mostly looking at that Umar Johnson interview the other day. He had
I had already seen it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Because I had heard about it. I'm like, what's the big controversy? And he just feel like more celebrities need to stand up and do more for the black culture. This man right here, LeBron James, he did that at this point right here.
I agree with you on that.
I think he did exactly what Umar was saying to do.
I agree with you on that.
Kudos to him.
Now, a lot of things I don't agree with Umar Johnson.
No.
I don't, because like the whole thing about the whole... You know what? Let's talk about the California reparations thing.
Okay.
I really want to talk about that.
Okay.
Now there's a possibility that every black foundation black American in California that lives in the state of California could get a little over $200,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now there's a lot of people out there that disagree with that.
I am one of them.
There's some black people out there that disagree with that. I look at it like this, man. Get that money. Cut that check.
Why?
Cut that check.
Why? Because when they take taxes, you probably walk away about 125, 150.
So?
Then what?
So? So?
And this is coming the way gas and bread is. That ain't going to last that long.
Here's the thing. They need to revise that. They need to make it tax free.
You think they are?
They should. If they don't do it, they should. I mean, I look at it like this, man. Hey, brothers and sisters, get that paper. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's long overdue. It's a start. I mean, it's not going to solve everybody's problem. No, it's far from it. But it's a start.
Well, I do agree with him saying that. A lot of the things we use every day, light switch, light bulbs, cell phones, navigation system, was created by black people.
Yep.
Why don't we have more say so in this world about what's going on? Why haven't we had more in the black dollar is going through our culture more? Why there aren't more billion-dollar companies ran by black people? I agree with him on that.
The brother we interviewed today. 6zeros.net. That brother right there is Jay. I hope you're still listening, brother. We love you, but I think we should have more of that, because case in point, I can tell you right now, if the state of Texas was to tell us that we're gonna get reparations, give me my check. I got some businesses I need to develop. You know that.
Yeah.
So that's my whole point. I mean, I don't have a problem with the Californians getting their reparations. I hope they get it. I really hope they get
it. But is
200-some-thousand
enough?
No, it's nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Nowhere near it. But it's a start. Is what I'm saying. Eventually, you can revise that. So yeah, get that ball rolling. Then eventually, we can start talking about getting some more. I mean, so everybody keeps on saying, well, in the state of California, that's nothing. You're absolutely right, because the cost of living in the state of California is high as a cat's back.
Yeah, I feel that's just like, 2 tanks of gas for them?
If that. That's giving them the benefit of the doubt. But I think they should get it. I agree. I think they should get it.
Okay, should it be the same price across the board? Should that be the same amount we get here in Texas?
I don't know. I really can't say.
Yeah.
I really can't say. It'll be the...
since we were the last one who was told slavery was over.
Exactly.
We should get a little bit more.
We're still slaves.
What, 2 years? A year or 2 years later? we should get a little bit more. We still pay slavery. Y'all up there free. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, but I think they should get it. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, there's lots of people that don't think. I mean, because you got a lot of folks out there saying, "Well, that's not gonna heal the psychological scars." You're right. It's not.
It's not.
And they keep on saying
everyday living ain't going to.
Exactly my point. And it was somebody that was saying on Tariq Nasheed's shout out to their brother, his platform, saying that is that reparations money gonna stop black crime? No, it's not.
No.
Nobody said that it was. That's not what it's for. And then you got a lot of people out there that's saying, "Oh, black people just gonna trick it off." Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are some people they are gonna trick it off. Cause like if you give 10 black people $200,000, 10 black people $200,000, at least 3 to 4 of them are gonna trick it off. They're gonna go to the weave shop. They're gonna go to the Prada store and buy all these expensive purses. They're gonna go to the Jordan store and buy every single pair of Jordans ever made. They're gonna go to Best Buy and clean out the flat screens. You're absolutely right. There are going to be some that's going to trick that money off.
Oh, yeah.
Then again, you got people like us
I'm invest mine.
Exactly.
I mean, but even though the market is slush right now.
Oh yeah. The market's going crazy.
I know you told me to stop checking it, but I just went out there and checked it the other day, and oh my God, it's ridiculous. But I'm gonna still save it and I'm gonna still invest. I'm not gonna just trick it off like that. You know, I'm not gonna go out there just go whole hard at the diamond store and at the everybody go out get them a Land Rover. I'm not gonna do that.
Nah, that'd be stupid. That'd be stupid. Now let's get back to this whole media thing. My favorite person is Malcolm X. He said this about the media, and I got the quote up here right now. He said the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent look guilty and make the guilty innocent. Now that's power because they control the minds of the masses. Where's the lie in that?
Nowhere. And that's true.
Now Malcolm said that in '63.
And look how prevalent it is now with TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. And do you kind of feel, just to interject something off topic here, do you feel sorry for old boy who bought what's the thing that big man bought the other day? The billionaire who bought the social media app. They said he done lost almost $44 billion already.
Who? Elon Musk?
Yeah. You feel sorry for him?
No.
Because he thought he was doing something about buying. They said he done already lost more money than but I agree with the young man Jay that was on the phone earlier. We need to start doing these things for ourselves.
Exactly. Like I said, that's why I got my 6zeros.net account. I got mine. I'm always on there. I'm on there more than I'm on Facebook. I'm hardly ever on Facebook anymore. Get me to cancel my account.
But I've heard so many people say they finna cancel their account. They don't go on there no more. I don't do that no more. I'm like, what is it? What's going on? Because it has gotten out of hand. Because some of the stuff I see on there, I be like, okay.
Exactly. Here's another.
Excuse me.
Here's another Malcolm quote. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing.
That's for sure.
Now he said newspapers, but you know, this is before social media.
That's media too.
I mean, this is about I agree with you on that one. This right here is the media is powerful, man. The media is very powerful. It's a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But what can we do, though? I mean, I understand. I heard what Mr. J said earlier, and I love what we do. But what more can be done? I mean, I heard like when he was talking about black men need to step up, and like just for instance, we're talking about LeBron here,
right?
Just not, and just like another thing that Umar was talking about, he said he don't like what, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I have to say this. He don't want to talk about, he talking about that, the Deion Sanders situation. The Deion was wrong.
Oh, let's talk about that.
And he's one man. Now, Deion can't do it by himself.
Let's talk about that.
One man cannot do this. So I don't agree with him by saying that about Deion. So it's not, one person cannot do it. I know back then we had our Malcolms. That was one person, but he had a crew with him.
The only thing,
we had our MLK. He was one person, but he had a crew with him.
Let me say this about the whole thing about again. Let's talk about the one man. Sometimes all it takes is one man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's one man out front, but they have a crew behind them, though.
Sometimes all it takes is one man. Well, see, a lot of times that's all it takes is just one person, because what that's going to do is get the ball rolling for other people to step up to the plate, which brings it back to the whole Deion thing. I got two things to say about that. Okay. One, I can tell you what I would do.
Okay.
As me, Reggie O, if I had the opportunity that Deion had to coach at an HBCU, I would stay at the HBCU, because I know that just one man turning that whole program around, if other pro athletes would step up to the plate and do that very same thing, it will be a whole bunch of different programs, and what that would do, that would start a snowball effect with the HBCUs. You have more and more people trying to go to the HBCUs because, that's the football program I want to go to, because now they off the chain.
But before Deion came along,
finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay, so after that, you have they'll bring in more revenue for those HBCUs, because you know for a fact you went to 3 of them, and you know good and damn well those HBCUs need all the help they can get.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so when you got Deion Sanders, the NFL superstar, bringing in all this revenue, that's going to be better for the school if they manage the money the right way. But that's the only thing you have to worry about. Okay? So that's why I would have stayed. But on the other side of that coin, I know why Deion left.
Okay.
I know why he left. $300,000 over here, $5 million over here. Guess where I'm going to go? I ain't mad at Deion for leaving at all. I'm just saying what I would do. I would have stayed, but on top of that, from what I understand, from what I've read, they were going to offer Deion $1 million. Jackson State was going to offer Deion $1 million, but he would have to take that $1 million and pay his staff. But then Deion said, "Screw that."
Exactly what I said. They can't afford that.
Yeah,
they can't afford that. But let me go back.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders is not the first professional athlete retiree that has went to a HBCU or any kind of college.
Doug Williams did it.
Doug Williams, Eddie George.
Eddie George did it.
And I forgot the other young man's name. So what's the difference between those brothers that's been in the game many years before Deion came along to what Deion? So is it just his name and his status alone? Because Eddie George ain't no slacker.
No, he's
Doug
not.
Williams ain't no slacker. So what's the difference?
There is no difference.
That's what I'm saying. So why they looking to Deion to be the messiah here? And it was other athletes that went to HBCUs or other colleges affiliated with mostly black students, and they didn't get this much ruckus.
Right.
So I don't agree with that. I think when Deion came, Deion did an interview not too long ago with 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
And I looked at it. And when he sat up there at that press conference, not one time did he say he was there to stay.
I agree.
This man got there. He's seen the disparity in how those dorms look and what those children did not have. He took his own salary plus money at his own account to get this school and its facilities, especially the athletic department, because that's what he was hired for. He's not a professor. He's an athletic coach. And he got on the same, or more or less on the same side as other teams. So his team wouldn't be, I guess, the dusty kid from the Charlie Brown program. The kid So he wanted his players to feel good about themselves. They got some nice uniforms on. They got a nice facility. And they show him how much they appreciate him. They pretty much won every game.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they got a title, I think 1 year or 2 years. I know they got a title 1 year. So once he did that, he started saying, wait a minute, if I'm reaching out to all my professional contacts to try to help this school, when Jackson was going through their water crisis, they got bottles and bottles and masses of donation of water. If he's reaching out to them to get these dorms redone, he's reaching out to them to get this facility fixed up, and then y'all still say we ain't got no money. Okay, maybe we had to go in and refinagle something. Okay, I'm gonna go out there and reach out to my to my donors again, and go in my own pocket, get some more money, and then I go to y'all again. Y'all keep sending this money being misappropriated. Why would I stay?
Nah, like I said, I know why Deion left. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking why Deion left. Deion left because there was some shady shit going on behind closed doors that people don't know anything about.
Right.
I know why Deion left.
Well, he did mention it. He said, if you go to someone and ask them what happened to this money and they have no idea, that's not right.
Right, exactly. I agree with you.
So if I were him, I'd be thinking about the long term too. Why would I keep funding this program with my own money, not nearly getting paid what I need to, because I done pretty much came here and turned this program all the way around.
Did it gave him a complete 360.
And they can't even pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
Let me go somewhere where I'm worth.
Exactly.
And that just gonna have to be a what they call it, a white institute. PWI. Predominantly white institution. I'm going to a PWI.
I'm not mad. Again, like I said, I'm not mad at Deion for leaving. Deion left because of those reasons. Hey, more power to you, Deion.
I don't even think this is about Deion. I think because they taking them sons with them.
That's exactly it.
I think that's what it is.
That's exactly
But to me, in my spirit, just listen to him over the years, and yes, I was one of those who looked at. He had 2 reality shows, and I that's one of my vices. I love looking at reality shows.
I hate those damn things.
And I looked at it when he did one with his family, and I did when he had his school down here.
Yeah.
I looked at both of his reality shows, and that man is about his family.
Leslie put up something in the chat room. He said Deion gave them the blueprint Other superstars need to step in and step up. Follow the blueprint to uplift HBCUs. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Say it, Leslie.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Say it again, Leslie.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
They can expect that man to stay there.
Dion is on another level of stardom. Just like T.O., Jerry Rice, and all those guys. And he's in here. What's up, Nas?
Hey, Nas.
Oh, man.
All the co-hosting in here.
Oh, yeah, both of them in here.
All right.
But I agree with Les. That's what I was talking about right there. That's exactly what I was talking about right there.
So if he's laying the blueprint, why would y'all expect him to stay?
Well, see, that's just it. I know why he left. I'm not mad at Dion.
Now, I mean, other people, all the people hating him and go ahead and leave. Bye, Dion. Getting attitudes. Why would y'all honestly expect this man to stay?
There's no way they should say anything about him leaving or staying or whatever, because it's like you said before, he never really once said that he was going to stay or go or whatever the case may be.
He did what he said he was gonna do,
and he did. Oh man, he did a really good job of it.
He did far and beyond what he said. If you ask me,
he went above and beyond. What
everybody know about Jackson State now.
Oh yeah, everybody. You got people out there enrolling in Jackson State now because of Dion.
So what did he do? Like I said, we are the one. We are them crabs in the barrel. And I just don't understand that about us. I don't know why we crabs in the barrel. I don't get that. That man didn't tell y'all nothing. He wasn't gonna do the heat and not bring to fruition.
He did everything he did everything he was saying he was going to do.
Everything he did.
I'm not mad at Dion, but again, like I said, I mean, for me, like I said, I would have stayed just like Les. He laid the blueprint down. Yeah, that's why I would have stayed. But I know why Dion left, and I ain't mad at Dion.
So what if I'm one of the ones listening to you talk right now, and I'd be like, oh, so you leaving for the money, not the kids?
That's not what I said.
Not the facility.
I said I know why Dion left.
That's what I'm saying. So not because of the HBCU, but you said you would leave. You would stay too. You would stay.
I would stay at
Jackson State. But you understand why he left.
But I understand why he left.
So you think he left because of the money?
Partly. Partly.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think that's some of the reason why. I mean, because think about this: $300K over here, $5 million over here. Come on.
I think Dion is looking out for his kids, and he want his kids to become NFL. And I think Dion trying to become an owner, honey.
Probably
I think he trying to become a black NFL coach. He gonna get in there, keep counting them ducats, and he gonna eventually buy a team. That's what I'm looking. I'm looking long term.
Probably so.
I really do.
Probably so.
So when he gave his last speech the other day, that man couldn't even really finish his speech. Exit speech. He was crying so hard for them kids.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong.
I mean, I really can't say, but I mean, come on, it's kind of logical, man. I mean, 300,000 over here, $5 million over here. Come on, man.
Hey.
Come on.
But if I don't put more than my own money than that in here, and I still don't see no change, and I'm still seeing we in the red, nah, I'm out of here.
Again, like I said, I know why Dion left. I'm not mad at Dion for leaving. Shit. It is what it is.
So I don't understand why people get mad at this, man. Y'all need to start looking at the bigger picture. That's with any company. Would you stay with a company where y'all don't make no money? You're not getting any raise. They keep telling you guys, we just don't have it in the budget. Would you stay at that job?
Oh, come on. You already know the answer to that
question. That's what I'm saying. So
you know the answer to that question. I mean, come on. I was just going to
say that firsthand. So I understand what Dion is doing. I wholeheartedly do. Especially I've been using my own money too. And y'all can't explain to me where a nickel went. So you can't tell where this nickel went. I'm out of here.
Exactly.
I'm out of here. If y'all think I'm leaving because of the money, so be it. But he's going to another school. But look what he did. He not going to a famous school. This school is in the Dutchess too.
Oh man, the Buffaloes suck. Too. The Buffaloes. I mean, the Buffaloes suck. Yeah.
So if he was going to a top tier school, I would think it's for the money. But this school is on pretty much the same playing field that Jackson was.
They're in the same boat as Jackson State. Yep.
It's just not a predominantly HBCU.
It's not HBCU, right? Yeah. Exactly. So, same principle. But again, like I said, I ain't mad at Dion for leaving.
But if he turn around and make it like Jackson, that's going to be a hell of a story.
You ain't lying, boy.
They be like, what this nigga got?
Exactly. That's exactly what they're going to be saying.
What this nigga he up there turning kids around like that? But it's kind of funny, too. A lot of the recruits that was going to some of these top tier, I just finna go to Colorado.
Yeah. Yep.
So if your name hold weight like that, use it to your benefit. Just like LeBron just said, I got power and a platform.
He does.
If you have it, use it, but use it for the greater good. Don't use it for nothing negative. Candace Owens.
No, don't be
Herschel Walker.
Don't be cooling now. Let's talk about that for a second. The Herschel Walker thing.
Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna have to eat crow. Praise the Lord, I don't have to eat crow. Cause for a long time, we would look at the elections that night. I thought Mr. Walker was gonna walk away with it, but
now,
they came through.
Here's my question. Here's my question. Mm-hmm. How lame do you have to be to almost lose to a person that can't form a complete sentence? You almost lost this person twice.
Yep.
How lame do you have to be?
And see, like I was telling you, when I was looking at it, the first time when they was running, it was 3 people running. Yeah. So I'm thinking, since it's just 2 people running the runoff, them people who voted for that third person, wouldn't all those votes go to one eye?
You would think so.
Why was it so close?
It shouldn't have been close at all. That's my whole point. That is my whole point. That should have been he should have ran away with that. Mm-hmm. He should have ran away. Mm-hmm. He should have ran away with that because here we go. Here we got Senator Warnock, who knows the game, been in the game,
years,
been in the game. Okay, and here you got Herschel Walker talking about vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, like I said the other day, we got China Bad Earl. Maybe that's why I'm feeling the way I feel. We got China Bad Earl over here. China Bad Earl come over here, and then we send some America Good Earl over there, and we, yeah, and that's who y'all want to send up on the. Where is this we at? Oh, we at a shipyard. Okay, that's what you call a shipyard. He didn't know where he was. I was like, oh my god.
Well, here's the thing about Herschel Walker. The reason why Herschel Walker would have been the Republican answer to that, because Herschel Walker can be controlled.
Like a puppet.
They can control Herschel Walker without a problem. Okay? So when it comes down to Herschel,
do you think that's... Let me interject right quick.
Go ahead.
Could you do that?
What?
Could you be somebody's puppet?
Hell no.
And know it?
Hell no.
If I didn't know it, okay. But to know it,
oh man, it's like
I don't know. No.
I mean, it's like I'm telling Marvin to call in because I definitely got to hear his opinion. So, but anyway, Herschel, when you almost lose to somebody like Herschel Walker,
that's an insult to me.
That is an insult to my intelligence.
This man Warnock has been in the Senate and the government has been to the White House many years.
He should have been a shoe-in.
I don't even think Herschel Walker know what highway go to the. I don't even think he know what state the White House is in, or I don't think he even know. I could be wrong, but the way he come across, I don't think he really know.
Well, here's the thing about it. You saw that debate that they had. Herschel Walker won that debate. He was coached really, really well. Whoever coached Herschel Walker in that debate, they coached him really, really well.
Whoever was, you can tell they the same ones who work with Trump, because he came off as being a bully, and he was taunting Warnock, and that's what got Warnock off his game, because he kept trying to answer taunting questions, not the basic moderator questions. And I think that's what threw him off his game, because he's a preacher. What preacher you don't know go back and forth except for that cussing preacher? Have you seen that cussing preacher lately?
Which one?
It's just one. He wear the glasses, big guy. He be on there cussing all the time.
I thought you were talking about Reverend. I mean, I know one cussing preacher. There's like 3 of them out there. One
really?
Of them it's the one of them is called. One of them is called Reverend X. Now the Reverend X, he's from of all places, New York, and he be crip walking, listening to Tupac. He be cussing people out.
I'm like, what? No. But
which ain't a problem. There's nothing wrong with a preacher listening to Tupac. You know,
no, not at all.
Not at all. I mean, you know, you listen to what you want.
I don't think you need to be up there cussing, though.
But yeah, he be cussing, man. I'm telling you, see walking the whole nine.
But that's the same thing. It's like this man has been in the political arena years. But y'all gonna let someone like Herschel Walker, who probably have some form of
oh, here we go. Is this my man right here?
One and only. Never phony.
What's up, brother?
Hey, Nash. How are you? How you doing?
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Missed you, sir.
Yes, indeed. I've been trying to crack it open and see if I can catch y'all, but you know.
Yeah, we've been gone for like you can tell in my voice. I've been sick. He was sick for like a minute. I've been sick for years, but good to hear from you. I would love to know your takes on some of the things we're talking about tonight.
Yo, Nas, as usual, the floor is yours, brother. Go ahead, do your thing.
So what was the? I didn't get in on the first when y'all got down, but Griner or whatever.
Yeah, we had Britney Griner.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On that topic, I think they should have kept my ass there.
Oh.
Okay.
Because, hear me out. Because if you go to a country and you get caught in that country with whatever you got caught with, and it's against the law, you should ride that out. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason they got her out, the only reason, is because of the Alphabet Mafia. That was it.
I told you.
If that had been anybody else, they wouldn't have got out.
I think it was the Democrat. Was it the Democrats though? You sure it's the Alphabet? I thought it was the Democrats.
Well, see, like I said, you know.
But see, the Democrats, like you call them, they ride with that. You know what I'm saying? They you know, the Alphabet people are more on the side of the Democrats.
Yeah, exactly. See, like I said,
you know that's part of they're the new minority versus black people. Black people get kicked to the curb now,
and that's what I was saying, Nance. Because, like I said, Britney Griner is the reason why she got out because she's a 3-for-1. She's a gay black woman.
Exactly, he is.
Yeah, she's a 3-for-1.
Yeah, I agree. He is.
Well, why did they trade her for such a vile man like that? They didn't have nobody else over there they can trade her for?
Well, as far as the trading thing, I'm not understanding why Tangerine Tammy didn't get the Marine that was out. Because when the gentleman got caught, the Marine got caught, or whatever situation was, to make him get locked up. That was in 2018. Last time I checked, Tangerine Tammy was in office.
He was in office.
We just talked about that. We talked about that.
So why come he didn't get him out?
Because he told him, I ain't got time for that. I'm up here trying to be homeboys with Russia.
That's exactly what he was doing.
And with Kim Jong-un.
He could have hollered at President Fortin and said, look here, I need to get my man out.
Oh, Lord.
He went and got Lil Wayne out.
Yeah.
Whatever rapper.
One of them.
Kodak, Lil Wayne, one of them.
Was it Meek Mill? Was it Meek Mill?
I forgot who it was he got out.
Well, he got a rap out so he can get some brownie points.
Didn't work though.
Yeah.
Didn't work though. But, well, a couple of them fell for it. But to get back to the lecture at hand with Britney, like I said, the only reason she got out, is because she's with them.
Exactly.
So,
that's I said that.
And Biden, you know, he'll, you know, they got him so dozed and sleepy, so he don't know what he's doing half the time. But for the most part, they got off for that.
Right.
They didn't get out for no other reason. But
Wow.
as far as and then this Dion thing, I agree with Leslie said. Go with the blueprint. That way you could flood the place with what we trying to do.
That's
I
right.
see what Deion was trying to do.
Yep.
And he
I
even
applaud him for it.
he even told them he would help them find somebody that was even if equal, if not as good as him, and they just gone. You go ahead and go. They didn't want to hear what he was saying. That's crazy.
And the big picture is that Deion won his son in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
They
it.
ain't gonna be
That's
checking
it.
for no HBCU. I don't
That's
care
true.
how many games.
That's true.
I don't care how many games they win on that side. The league is not going to look for too many HBCU.
No, they don't. They really don't. You're right.
There's a lot of talent.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Because you know that what that would do to the NFL is already 70%.
Yep.
Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we don't need 100. Well,
But that don't
they
even make
need 100.
sense though. You would not look to a HBCU that has talent that will probably saturate your organization and get you all kind of Lombardi trophies. But you're gonna go to a white school like Colorado that haven't won a game in what they say 8 years.
Yeah, pretty
Does
much.
that make sense? That makes no
dollars or
sense.
cents.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you said the main thing though. White.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the NFL cannot stand for all this darkness.
Yeah.
They can.
Too much.
It's cloudy.
It's like it's and the NFL is just a reflection of America.
Pretty
You
much.
don't want too much darkness.
Of course.
You don't want to. It's just too much. So let's go to us, and then Deion, going to Colorado. I get it because, like I said, they wasn't check for no HBC. I don't care how much talent you got there. They might find 1 or 2 tokens to put into the NFL, but other than that, they're gonna stick to these SECs and the Pac-12s and Big Tens and all that.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Now, what's your take on the LeBron situation about him chin checking the media?
You talking about when he was asked about Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
I get why he did it, but I know why they wouldn't ask him though. I mean, I what he did. I give a pound for that, but he should have been rocking with Kyrie.
I agree with you on that.
What I'm saying? They're not gonna ask him any football related issues. They're not gonna ask LeBron nothing like that. Now, when he had a chance, he didn't even defend Kyrie like he's supposed to.
Yep, that's true.
And you would think, okay, I understand them asking about that, but I would be like that either. Why would I ask you a football related issue? I mean, I get it, it's a social, situation, but I wouldn't ask LeBron. I mean, LeBron ain't nobody to, like he's some like the Malcolm X of the NBA or whatever.
Good point.
Dude.
Good point.
He's not that dude. So, did Jerry Jones know what he was doing?
Yeah.
Damn right, he knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
At 14?
Yeah, he knew.
At 14,
he knew.
When you come out the womb, I'm not trying to be funny, but when you come out the womb in places like that, they teach you off top. You could go back to when little kids was going to Klan meetings. If you could go back and Google, like, you type in just KKK rallies in the 50s, and little kids wearing Klan outfits that's 3-4 years old probably back in the 50s.
Yeah, we saw
There's a book out. There's a
night.
book out. It's called Beyond Sanctuary. Without Sanctuary. It's got pictures of children at, just like Nas said, from ages of 3 to 15.
Yeah, and they
dressed up in Klan outfits, looking at people getting lynched.
Yeah, in the Ku Klux Klan outfits.
Yep.
Yeah, so Jerry knew what he was doing, and his blueprint has lasted all through his ownership within the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
He did not want Dak Prescott to be the quarterback. Dak is too black. I keep telling people, Dak is too black. The only reason they picked this dude is because Tony Romo was his back and his neck, and he couldn't even play no more. So he was just like, damn, I ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? At that time.
Yep.
So, and as long as Jerry's been on the team, how many times have you seen a black coach? Thank you.
Good point.
So,
especially for the Dallas Cowboys.
He ain't never hiring nobody of no high authority. Now he'll get a black quarterback is about as high as they gonna get.
Yeah, they had my cousin.
You might get an assistant coach that's in charge of sneakers or the janitorial, something like that, shiny shoes or something for the team. But as far as like a person of authority figure, nah.
Well, because most black coaches not gonna sit there and let them tell them, because they gonna say either you gonna be the owner, or you gonna be the coach. Most black coaches, they gonna let him try to do both. Some of these white coaches be like, okay, you want to be both, you can be both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, but you're right. It hasn't been any black coaches.
But nah, Jerry, from giddy up, Jerry knew. Jerry, that racism DNA is injected in them from the time. I ain't saying all white people. I'm gonna say 85%. 85% of white people are injected. When they injected with that racism DNA, they embrace it. They embrace it since 4 or 5 years old. Don't be hanging around them.
And on top of that,
put you off your wall.
And on top, thank you.
What are you doing with that Michael Jackson Prince picture back in the 80s?
Yep. And on top of that, and on top of all that, Nasty, this to be true, he's from Arkansas. That's almost
Come on, bro. You already know.
And that's almost as racist as Oklahoma, if not more so.
That's Klan land. Yeah, Arkansas? I call it our Klan, so.
Yeah.
So, nah, Jerry, I mean, he played that role, though, because Michael Irvin be tap dancing for him, and others be tap dancing, but man, if you can't see that, come on, man.
I agree with you on
You know what I noticed, though? They never really hear Emmett say anything in his favor or anything. Emmett just he's just a silent bomb. You know what I'm saying? Michael Irvin be all out there with it, and they knew be all out there with it. But like a person like Emmett, I don't never hear Emmett just come out and be in Jerry Jones's grace. I wonder why.
Emmett got some sense.
Emmett just laying the cut. I don't even think him and Jerry is cool like that. You know what I'm saying? They might not even be cool like that because Jerry did have to end up paying him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He didn't give Jerry no discount.
He sure didn't.
He took all his coins.
Even when he became a free agent, he said, "Hey, this is what I want."
Yeah.
And Jerry said, "Well, since you running and making touchdowns, okay."
Yeah. So yeah, he didn't because he thought he was gonna get one of them discounts. Man, because Emmett's I think during one of their Super Bowl runs, he didn't play.
He didn't.
No, he said I'm not playing. And Jerry said I'm not playing. And then Emmett said I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? On both levels.
There you go.
I ain't playing with you, and I ain't playing.
There you go. That's exactly it. You're absolutely right. Yeah,
that's I don't think Emmett and him they they see each other dancing, I guess, but I don't think him and Emmett they got that closeness like Michael Irvin.
Oh, Michael Irvin, Michael Irvin, he ain't nothing but a crackhead coon anyway. So.
Oh, Lord.
Oh yeah, that dude, he loved tap dancing for Jerry.
Oh yeah, no doubt, he would tap dance for Jerry in a heartbeat, without question.
Tap dance.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, that shit.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Well, Nas, man, as usual, brother, we appreciate you calling in, man. You got a home here.
Oh yeah, I appreciate hearing from you all. It's wonderful hearing from both you all.
Thank you. You have big plans.
Glad to hear from y'all. I'm glad y'all back on the scene.
Oh yeah.
You have big plans for Christmas?
What's that?
You have big plans for Christmas?
To recuperate from. That's it. All this spending.
Oh, nice.
I hear you.
Finally get these shoelaces out of the way.
Not shoelaces. Oh my God.
Well, as usual, Nash, man, we appreciate you calling in, brother, man. You go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day, dog.
Absolutely.
All right, it is. Good hearing from y'all.
You
All
too.
right, man, you hang in there.
All right, yourself.
All right, good night.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Well,
came back from a long time, still dropping jewels.
already, man. So, you know, and I knew this was going to be a monster of a show.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. You know, we had another family member, Jay, call in. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the newest family member.
Very intelligent young man. Very profound.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see young people on that platform.
Oh, man, yeah.
Hold it down, young man.
Yes,
Hold
indeed.
it down.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to go ahead and put it
Who
out
was
there.
raised by a black mother.
Black mother. Oh, man. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it, man. 6zeros.net. If you ain't got your account, get you one, man. I'm telling you. You won't be disappointed. You ain't got to worry about nobody, you know, putting you in jail for speaking your mind, because that's what the platform is for. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I got my account out there. I've talked to Jay on several occasions. Man, go out there and get it. Go out there and get it. You will not be disappointed.
Is it just like black issues, or is everything that's happening in the world? What is it about?
Well, it's mostly black issues. I mean, you know, but you can talk about whatever. I mean, because they got people out there that talk about video games. You got people out there talk about sports. You got people out there talk about food. You got people out there talk about celebrity BS. You know, whatever. You know, but the thing of it is, whatever you say, you ain't got to worry about somebody slap you on the wrist just because you put a foot in white supremacist ass.
Right.
So
I don't like the word choice you're using. I'm going to tell Facebook.
And you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about none of that. That's what's up. So, again, man, you know, babe, I love you. Monster of a show. I appreciate you coming out, even though you were sick.
Oh, my dear bed, getting out the bed, coming here doing this show. But nah, it felt good. I missed it. I missed it a lot, because I always like to hear people's opinions and see what's going on, because like I said in my black woman's quote, you gotta believe. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will.
Exactly. And Brother Jay, he definitely believes in himself.
Absolutely.
Man. Yeah.
Try and try again. Keep trying it till it get better, and if you don't keep doing it.
There you go. Keep on doing it. Eventually you'll get it right.
All right. Yes, sir.
So I guess from now, we get off of here and try to find something to eat.
When we gonna do a show next week is Christmas.
I think we'll do one Saturday.
Okay, that's Christmas Eve.
That's Christmas Eve, so I don't know. We'll
work
play
it
it
out.
right here.
But if we don't get a chance, if we don't come on there, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Ho Ho, whatever you celebrate. What's the one black? What's the Jewish holiday? Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Be with your family if you're going to be with your family. Have a good time. Be in good cheer. Don't argue over politics, because it's still going to be the same when you get back on Monday.
Yep.
And just love on one another, because that's what this world needs now, is love.
That's it.
Because it's been gone for a couple of years, and hopefully we can get it back.
Yep.
But Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, man. We get ready to...
What's the day? The 18th?
Today's the 18th.
So we got, 13 more days? And
be a whole other year.
Wow.
Let's do a New Year's show, New Year's Eve show. Want to do one?
I'm going to the club, honey. What you talking about?
I guess that answers that question.
I'll be right here. What club? Club, Winter Green. What's this? Rolling Hills, honey.
There you go.
I'll be right here. Because our preacher said that we're not going to have night watch. And I normally like to do night watch. He said we're not going to have nowhere. Enough said. I'm not going to even go over the pay. I'm going to open them blinds and see if I see some fireworks or hear some people always shoot their guns, but nah. I don't think if somebody having a house party, I go.
Oh man, that's what it is. But, you know.
But we'll count it down and we'll see. We just take it, like I said, take it one day at a time, because it's always something new to make you go,
oh man, make you say what the hell,
right? So good to have the Coco host. Good to hear you in the chat room, Leslie. Hopefully we can get on some hours where you can call in. And like I said, good to hear from Nash as always, and definitely good to hear from Jay. Very good to hear from Jay.
Oh yeah. That brother, like I said, he got a home here. So anytime he calls in, brother, come on, we got you.
All right, ready to wrap it up?
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all hit the like button. This is gonna be posted on Facebook, so everybody check it out.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Are you still on that platform where you were putting on the other one? What's the name of it?
Spreaker.
Okay, Spreaker. Go to Spreaker and share it on there.
Yeah. You can even hit this thing on Spotify. So
Spotify, nice.
Mm-hmm. So
we move it on up.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
It's all right.
As always, I am Reggio.
And I am Mimi the Lady.
And we out.
Bye. Back for? That's why I had to tell you to go, because she was calling me back to back.
Is everything okay?
I don't know.